All right, we're live. Welcome to Overnight Sensations. This is WRSU 88.7 FM, New Brunswick. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's a lovely night tonight. It's hot in November for some reason. We just had an election, and we have a great band, Blush Boy, on tonight. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure, from Luke.
Well, for me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Luke. I am part of Blush Boy. And I actually have Jake, the drummer of Blush Boy, on the phone. Jake, say something.
Hey guys, I'm currently in Glassboro because I couldn't get off of work, but
Heck yeah.
thank you.
He's on the grind all the time.
This is a 5-person band, but we only have 4 of them tonight. But here we go. Yeah, we got Jake, the drummer, and
Luke,
the guitarist.
My name is Gavin. I am the other guitarist.
All right.
My name is Kenna. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Sid. I play bass for Blush
All right.
Boy.
I'm AJ. I forgot to introduce myself, and we got Jake. He's using the facilities. Oh my gosh, we have someone at the doorbell. Anyways, we got a great show for you guys tonight. You guys excited to be here?
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
so
we
excited
are.
to be here. As soon as you said we were on air, I was like grinning ear to ear. This is so cool.
Blush Boy.
Yeah, baby.
The way it usually works is we'll talk for a little, and then you guys can play for as long as you want. I don't know if you guys wanted to just start it off hot, start playing
Yeah,
something.
Let's start with something.
Yeah,
And then we can
let's do
talk.
it.
We'll talk about it.
Maybe,
Alright.
Shall we start? Today we're doing a bit of an acoustic set, completely by the fact that we didn't have Jake coming in here, so we were like, we could do like
I'm
a
right
clean set or.
Different Jake.
So Jake's on FaceTime watching us, but we're gonna do an acoustic set. So maybe we start with True Colors.
Sure, yeah. That is the first single we released.
And it is the first track that will appear on the EP, which we are releasing at 12 tonight.
At midnight. Yeah.
At midnight.
Well,
So this is actually a release show, I guess, in a way. You know, because as soon as our interview is over, our EP will be out.
Exciting
Heck
things.
yeah.
We do happen to be playing a big release show in New York tomorrow at the Cutting Room in New York. I said New York 3 times, but it's okay.
Just
New York, New York, New York.
New
Yeah,
York,
man.
New York. It's a wonderful town.
Unique New York, unique New York.
New York.
All right, are we ready for some True Colors?
You got that.
I'm so ready.
All right,
I'm putting Jake on the floor so he can watch from my feet.
Luke. I'm gonna give like a 1 2 1 2 3. Ba-da-da-da.
Wait, hit. Actually, why don't you just hit one of these and then I'll do the drum beat on.
It usually starts out with
Oh.
distortion and feedback, so that's
And
we
the
haven't-
kit.
All
So
right,
like
someone
two
just
things
go
that we don't have. All right, you want to do the drum thing?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, my mic. Sorry, my mic wasn't next to my guitar. All right.
we're gonna try this.
1 2 3 1 2.
have a love for broken people, lives that are so torn and lethal. I love to see what you hate to see. Never learn from daddy's issues. Pull up on your mama's tissues. Fantasize, romanticize life from far away. And now I feel like I'm in a hole, dug by the ones who made me grow. Growing up, I was always told, don't ever trust the life that you've been sold. Acting like it's all alright, but wait till they uncover. Take off the stupid mask and show your true colors. Acting like it's all alright, but wait till they uncover. Yell and scream when you get upset. Where was this side when we first met? You locked away, you threw away the key. Push and pull, the picture faded. Change of the facade you painted. Fantasize, romanticize. I need to get away. And now I feel like I'm in a hole, dug by the ones who made me grow. Growing up, I was always told, don't ever trust the life that you've been to her. We accept the love that we think we deserve. That's why the fall always seems so hard. We accept the love that we think we deserve. That's why the fall always seems so hard. We accept the love that we think we deserve. That's why the fall always seems so hard. Acting like it's all alright, but wait till they uncover. Take off the stupid mask and show your true colors. Acting like it's all alright, but wait till they uncover.
Woo!
All right.
What a way to start it.
Nice way to open.
Any explanation for that song?
Hold on. What's it
Oh.
called? What's the song called? First of all,
True colors.
True Colors. All right.
We got a
Not
few,
the Cyndi
few
Lauper
people
one.
that actually this happened the last time. What was it, like 2 weeks ago? We played the Mud House like very last minute,
Oh, heck yeah.
and people started singing the verse of this song for the first time. It was like 2 or 3 people started singing the verse,
That's a
not
good-
even like
that's a
the
good
like chant
feeling.
part. It was crazy. I was
Yeah.
like, how you guys know this?
That's
The
awesome.
funniest thing was that when the chant did come, Kenna was about to open it up to the audience, but this one girl, I think her name was Sophia, she just started screaming that part. And
Bro,
so
we
Kenna
love
gave-
Sophia.
So Kenna gave her the mic, and it was
That's an awesome moment.
It
Dude,
was
she's so cool.
beautiful.
She's been to
Surreal.
like a bunch of our shows and
That's
like
cool.
has the merch. She's like,
She's coming tomorrow.
dope. Oh,
Yeah, man.
All the
no,
way
that's
to New
dope.
York.
Yeah, her
Oh
and
my
Annie.
god.
How
That is-
long?
that
How
is
long have you guys
awesome.
been around? If I may ask.
Oh, our 1 year anniversary was October 28th.
Oh, nice.
So-
good for you guys.
Happy
Thank
Blush
you.
Boy anniversary.
It's low key. It's kind of a long time coming, but
Yeah.
officially we started a year ago. So
So should we like tell them like the whole story of how it begun? Or?
Sure.
Go
yeah.
ahead.
All right. I mean, so I met Luke first a while ago when we were kids for reasons and
Kids
so,
as in like middle school, elementary school, younger.
yeah, we were
like
12.
we-
we were
yeah
12.
12 13 specifically.
Sounds-
I also met Jake like around the same time, and Luke lived like really far away, so like I couldn't really like meet up with him. Like we just kind of like didn't talk for a little bit, but that's unrelated. But so me and Jake, the drummer, who's not here, he's working in Glassboro right now. Me and him have been trying to start a band since like 8th grade of middle school. And so it was a lot of on and off, like playing cover bands in high school and stuff like that. And then it wasn't until recently that, you know, I got to Rutgers. I like reconvened with Luke after a while, and we met Sid and Kenna at Mason Groves because I'm a student at Mason
Okay.
Groves.
Okay, that makes sense.
This kind of ties into True Colors though, because this was the first song we recorded together.
Yeah.
And Gavin and I, obviously we kept in contact. We were in a show together when we were 12, and we like always like, you know, we're friends and stuff. We'd play like Fortnite together.
Heck yeah.
That's
You know, and then we like when he went to Rutgers and I went to college, like one of our friends was started like writing plays and musicals for the college he goes to, and we went to drive up there together. And on the way there, Gavin's telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm like a composition major, but like I've got this minor in like what do you have
It was computer science.
computer science. I was like, what are you doing? And I go to NYU for music business. I'm like full like I barely even like I'm a part-time student for, you know, just because I'm so bad in school. So I'm the worst person to tell this because I was like, Gavin, you got to drop that double major. You got to go full on music. You got to do that and whatever. And yeah, and so I was like, you know what, I have like my bedroom at home is just a studio with a bed in it. Like it's a fully treated room.
That's
It's
awesome.
all with like blankets and quilts and stuff. You walk in there and you're like, how does this room not catch on fire? I have a full recording console in there too. It's like
That's great.
drum kit, everything. Everything that is recorded Blush Boy music comes from that room. And so I told Gavin, I was like, you got to come over. He brought Jake and and then 6 months later we brought Kenna and Sid over and immediately started Blush Boy and recorded the entirety of True Colors in like one day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was the first time we got together.
October 20th.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
October
Gavin
20th,
remembers.
2023.
How did you guys get into music or?
Like just get into music in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
or get
Have
into-
you've always been a singer? Or what?
Yeah, I always sang a lot in the car. It's like the radio, and my mom just never told me to shut up. She always just encouraged
That's
it.
real.
So I just sang like every day, and then I'm like, I want to dedicate my life to this. So I went to Mason Gross, and I study music ed and voice.
Rock on.
But yes, so
That's
it's,
awesome.
it's been pretty cool.
Yeah. I know Sid and I go back to freshman year, Demarest Hall. I remember like all the time I would just hear like Hendrix in the hallways. You playing your guitar and
Wake 'em
stuff.
up. Yeah, I know. I was definitely a little bit probably obnoxious back looking back on it, but
was
it's
just
okay.
I don't know. It was so like pure like college like person
Yeah.
playing guitar.
I think I just needed my own space, and I have that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I only started playing music at the summer going into my sophomore year of high school, actually.
Oh, wow.
So it was kind of late for me, but yeah, it quickly took over my life. I like ended up doing this cool tour after my senior year of high school with this big band, and then I started at Rutgers. When we met in Demarest Hall.
Mhm.
I actually wasn't even a music major at the time. I was
Right.
just environmental science, but my sophomore year I started my music major, and I was like, I still am like way in and over my head, but I'm doing both now. But yeah, I've just been playing a ton, and
That's cool.
this has definitely taken so much of my time in the best way, and I'm really glad
That's
like
awesome.
every choice that I made musically has led up to this. So I'm very grateful to be here and with these cats.
Oh my god, that was so nice.
Meow.
So, this question comes up a lot when we're doing this show, but like, where'd the name come from? Was that a name
Blush
decided
Boy.
before all
Is
five of
Jake
you were
still on?
together?
Jake, you want to answer this one on the phone?
Oh my god, is he still here?
Is
He's still here.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not getting rid
Drummer
of Jake.
Jake.
Jake's got to be here the whole time. Jake, so how did Blush Boy come about the name?
So pretty much, I was like cover band that I was just doing for like a little side project. So we were just like trying to figure out names, and one of the members was like, "Yo, what about like Blush Boy?" And the other guy was like, "Nah, that's a stupid name." And the other guy was like, "Yeah, no, I don't really like that." But like, I was kind of sitting there quietly, like, "Wait, I kind of messed with that a little bit." So then I just threw it down on my notes, just as like as you always have, just like random like names written down in your notes, just in case if you ever need a band name or something like that. So then when we were trying to figure out a band name, I was like, "Hey, what about Blush Boy?" And at the time, Luke, what was your opinion of the band name at the time?
I personally, I don't know. I couldn't get behind it at first. I was like, and then Gavin especially was like, it's got to be more meaningful, man.
Yeah.
Like,
That was the funniest thing.
I was like hard against the name because I feel like people like start bands and they always like idolize having this name that
Yeah.
represents them on such a deep level, and I was like, we need to have that kind of name. But like, so Blush Boy was just like a placeholder or at least I intended it to be a placeholder, and I was like, I'm gonna think of a better name, you guys just watch. And I tried so hard to find a better name and I just couldn't.
It's I understand because you want the perfect name that encapsulates
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
and you'll stew over that for hours. But like at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter all that much.
Yeah.
There's so many great bands that have like okay names or whatever.
Yeah, like AC/DC was like they just looked at a vacuum and then that's,
Oh,
that's I
yeah.
think that's actually the story.
The
but
Beatles is like a pun, you know.
yeah,
Led Zeppelin.
You know the band that you saw me play with That had
Yeah.
a really, I mean, the one of the reasons why I knew we had to stick with a name at least similar to like Blush Boy was because the band that I was in before was named Ophiocoma,
Ophiocoma,
and
yeah.
I mean like
I think it's a cool name.
it's dope. It's like Khruangbin, but Khruangbin is
Oh.
like insane. Like Khruangbin also took like really long time to come up off the
Yeah.
ground. Like,
Yeah.
and I mean, I have no doubt that even if we had a far out name like that, we'd still be able to make something like really good happen. But just I think I underestimated the power of having such an effective and memorable
I mean,
name.
it's very catchy, and
Yeah.
it's
That-
easy
yeah.
to remember.
It's like,
There's
oh, those are our-
alliteration,
That was why.
an image comes to your mind
Alliteration's always
immediately.
great. Yeah.
We were
And-
workshopping, we were workshopping stuff, and then all of a sudden we just kept telling people like, oh yeah, we're thinking about maybe calling it Blush Boy, but that's like kind of bad. And then people were like, no, you gotta call it that.
Yeah.
Or like
It's
my
catchy.
my
I always
mom.
thought it
who-
was great.
yeah,
Yeah,
Kenna
it's like
actually.
I always thought it was
I
great.
think I did too.
Yeah.
I think me, Kenna, Jake, and I were.
Yeah,
all-
it was
were all
mainly
for
me and Gavin.
There's
I
a
don't-
lot of times where Kenna says something and like
And they don't agree with
I'm
it at
like,
first.
but it's like we always just gotta ride with it because
We
it's
do.
right and we do ride with it.
You
I
guys-
will say it also like really developed very quickly because we needed like we were like if we're gonna make a name, the reason it was so important, especially like to like I don't know, Gavin wanted it to be meaningful. I wanted it to be like something we could like totally make a vibe out of. Like when you hear it, like it gives some sort of image, and so then that totally made us like a pink themed band. Like now all of
Yeah.
our stuff is
Yeah,
pink.
pink and blue.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Pink and blue.
I love it.
Yeah, and it totally worked. And like we have a dope artist named Lizzie. Shout out
And-
Lizzie
from
Art.
Mason
Yeah,
Gross. Yeah,
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
Are you trying to think of
Lizzie
her name?
Carlisle.
Carlisle. Yeah.
Lizzie.
She's actually
out
the
Lizzie.
goat.
She's a.
Yeah.
She's a. I mean,
She
obviously,
made our logo, our first 3 single covers, everything, and like
That's
no matter
awesome.
what we ask her to do, she'll draw it. It's dope.
There's Mason Gross people. Oh, you guys are Mason
Yeah.
Gross people.
Yeah.
So
But, like,
shout out.
Love Mason Gross.
About the name is like so. I mean, I was like fighting it for so long, but I think the thing that finally made me settle into it was like it wasn't that it's alliterative and paints an image and like it kind of created a brand just from like the sound of it. I think it was because like we held on to the name and we held on to it for like so long and we kept doing things under that name. It's like
he had no choice.
It kinda just-
it's
it
not
kinda
that we
just
didn't have
It,
it.
started.
it becomes meaningful.
It
Right.
became
Yeah.
meaningful is what
It
I'm
did.
trying to get at.
And
Like we'd come to my house late at night, like after class and stuff, and like it'd be like dark, and we're all crammed in this room, like writing music together, and we would call it like hanging out for like a Blush Boy thing, and then then it was like, oh, now we have to call it that.
That's cool. I mean, I like that. You create meaning out of nothing almost.
Yeah.
But like back to meaning. What is the song? That song you guys were singing. What does that mean exactly to you guys? And who wrote it, if I may ask?
Everyone.
Everybody.
Everyone wrote it.
Ooh.
all the
Blush
songs
Boy,
we
we
do.
all pitch in.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
pitch in.
All the songs.
Yes,
Every
All of
single
them,
one.
Every
That's
single
awesome.
I will say, I feel like, I mean, like obviously people take,
The lead.
sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
one.
Jake definitely did
yeah, Jake, yeah,
Yeah,
the majority of the writing of this song.
lyrics,
For, like-
and in
lyrics,
general,
lyrics,
honestly,
one.
in general, I feel like.
we can explain like our writing process in a little bit, but Kenna,
Sure.
do you want to like describe or Jake, somebody describe like what True Colors is about?
You want to take this one, Jake?
Jake wrote the majority of the lyrics for this one, so yeah.
Let him handle that.
I cooked up a lot of these lyrics, kind of like hot bosh. Like so, the way like I go into like a lyrical process is kind of like when I'm humming a melody, I kind of put together some words, and then sometimes those words might not make sense, but then you kind of write other lyrics to make those lyrics make sense in that kind of way. So then it would be like, what's the main lyric in True Colors? I can't think right now.
Now I
Uh,
feel like I'm in a hole dug by the ones who made me grow old.
Like I just riffed that, but then like, you kind of, with the sense I just riffed, I'm like, oh, there's kind of some meaning there. So then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe there's a relationship that's like kind of like abusive or something like that we kind of like started to write about. So like that's where like the line like grew up on my daddy's issues, and then rhymed it with mommy's tissues. Like those are just like,
Ooh.
I
I-
never learned from daddy's issues, grew up on your mommy's tissues.
I like that. I mean, yeah.
I kind of just drum.
he does. He do
doesn't
be
even
drumming.
remember
I
it
hate to,
anymore.
I hate to bring up like the Beatles in every show, but
Oh
like
my god.
I just that just reminds me of like I don't know I've watched a few Beatles documentaries and like Paul and John writing they just write like they'll say like random lyrics as placeholders and then kind of fill it in later.
There's
Yeah,
there's a song
totally.
called Black Coffee on our EP that we'll probably play while we're here. That Jake and I at 3 a.m. we're just sitting with each of us had a microphone just plugged into the console, just like playing over the instrumental. We had tried like for months to write something over this song, and we just sung random words and then strung it together to be probably one of the most like conceptually like strung together songs of ours, where it actually has the most recognizable meaning from like start to finish.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, Jake, can you say the thing about you being a coach and Kenna? Do you know what I'm talking about, Jake?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, I'll just say it. Okay, all right. Jake was like, yeah, I feel like when I write these out, it's like I'm writing like plays, like I'm a coach. And then Kenna, when she goes in and like executes them, I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
That was
that's- oh my god.
I
Yeah.
transcribed that.
Oh
for
yeah, Kenna, because Kenna really finishes all the lyrics and
Right,
melodies.
right,
Also,
that's what I'm
also,
saying, that's what I'm saying.
Jake will send me like voice memos, and I'm like, I can kind of make out what's going on. Like he'll give me like fragments, and then I'll be like, okay, I see like what he's going for. And then I have to like when I get in like the little like booth, I'm like, okay, so how can I make it? How can I make it a little more melodic? How
Yeah.
can I fit it into my range?
That's
You guys seem like a
ballet.
great team for sure, and you guys are very enthusiastic, which I appreciate about everything. It seems like.
yeah, totally. We honestly, I don't know if I speak for everyone here, but I feel like in terms of like, yeah, like what we do, like this band is so important to us, and like we all
No,
share
That's
that.
that's definitely clear.
And this is
I get that.
such like right where we're at now is like such the beginning of what we all like want to do with this specific band. Like, yeah,
I
so
think with music in general. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I was one of the things that we were talking about recently is like we had some gig conflicts coming up, and it's like, what does this mean to you? Like, are you like even though like it might not be more money, like is it worth it? Like that.
Yeah.
It's the value you put into the band, and like I feel like only being in something that matters to me this much, it like made me realize that it's not.
Yeah.
It's worth more than that.
I mean, there's a famous thing my dad would always tell me. He's not even a musician at all, but he would say to me like, Bruce Springsteen, right? He was in a lot of bands, but
Asbury Park represent.
yeah, Asbury Park represent. But he was in a lot of bands, but all his other bandmates growing up, like they had part-time jobs and they had other prospects and stuff. For him, it was like it was either he was gonna make it or he wasn't, you know.
Yeah,
And that's how that a lot of people like don't have that. And I mean, Bruce was gonna play music for his career no matter what, even if he made it big or not. And I think that's such a cool thing to me.
Yeah, I mean, hashing back to that conversation that Luke was talking about, that me and him had back when we were visiting our friends to see his show. Like I remember it vividly. Like, you know, we were pulled over at a rest stop, and I was telling him about like what I've been doing, like what I've been up to, and like how I'm trying to do this CS. Like I was hoping it would be a major at the time, but I was like, it's gonna be a minor. It's too busy. But he was like, it sounds like it's taking away so much of your time, and it was like that conversation in that moment that like I realized that, you know, like I don't want a backup plan.
Yeah.
And it like it's a terrifying thought, and telling this to
is.
people, it terrifies them. But it's like if you prepare for something bad to happen, it almost will inevitably happen.
Mhm.
So it's like
It's
it-
true. I
if-
respect it.
yeah, if I had that backup plan, like I was just gonna fall back on it. It wasn't gonna happen. It was like like now I had no choice. I burnt my ships.
Yeah.
And
true.
that
that'll
Wanna
swing
play
back
that?
around with our song "The Ships." Should we play it?
Yeah,
you
let's
guys
play
should
it.
you
Let's
guys should
play
play
it.
some music. Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I
Sorry
know
to cut you
that-
off for
like
that.
on the radio, you guys
Yeah, let's-
please play something.
Usually we play this one at the very end because it's our one like.
But it kind of leads into the convo that we're having pretty good.
Yeah, I think we should play it.
Yeah,
I think,
play it. Play it.
yeah, you know, you'll have more of us, of course, but
Yes.
this is the ships.
Ended up caught in a river just sick of it. I always try to find the time. Could never keep a peace of mind. I have to go, but can't ignore to burn the ships and charge the shore. I'm tired of my flimsy spine, but I'll try not to whine. Plenty can't be an option for me. I'll just run out of time. Now I've pulled the pin. My ideas overflow. Cause a dream deferred would just explode. I always try to find the time. Could never keep a peace of mind. I have to go, but can't ignore to burn the ships and charge the shore.
Wow, that's awesome.
I love that.
It's not often you hear like a bass solo.
Yeah, I
like
was
that.
I was about to say I like that a lot. First of all, Gavin, you scared the heck out of me. That
It's way cooler when it's in like
Yeah.
when it's in plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely
Guitar
odd.
solo.
No, but
It was-
The acoustic guitar solos don't hit the same. I don't
No,
think.
but I appreciate keeping the same energy in
Yeah,
like
yeah,
an
that's
acoustic set because like I didn't expect you to yell, but
It's
I
just-
love it. No.
I mean, so like
Yeah.
during that bridge, like the breakdown, I like the whole time I was playing it. I mean, I was really into it, and like, brother, I was like, do I do
Yeah.
it? Do I do the 1, 2, 3? Do
You
I
have to
scream
do
it?
the
Do I
1, 2,
speak
3.
it? But it's like it's mandatory.
It's
There's
like
there's this
tradition.
great 1, 2, 3 on that recording that like he
Yeah.
did purposefully while we were recording Jake's drums, so that it would be like in the drum overheads. You just
That's
hear
funny.
Gavin screaming in the distance.
Yeah.
That's what that's
Well, the original 1, 2, 3 was from like when me and Luke were making like a napkin demo
right,
of
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
and
Napkin
like
demo.
I was like, I want this like measure of like 3/8 just to like break everything up, just to like a moment of pause, and so like Luke was playing the drums, and Luke's a good drummer, but like he's not Jake, and so like
Facts.
he was having a hard time like
Dang.
feeling that measure 3/8. So I was like, oh, let me just count it like when it comes up. So he was playing it,
But
and
I
then
can't hear,
I
so he's
because he couldn't hear like through the headphones. So I screamed it. I was like 1, 2, 3, and then the overheads picked it up from the kit,
Oh,
and we
that's
played it
dope.
back, and we
But
were
it
like,
was so dope.
we were like, this is awesome.
That's awesome.
Let me explain the napkin demo real quick. So every time we like make a song, like we'll do like a thing where it's like we'll play it all just in the same room without the intention of being a final recording where it's like someone will play drums, whether it's me or Jake, whoever's there, like, and then at the same time, like Gavin or I or someone will just play it on a mic, an amp mic'd in the same room. So there's all this bleed. It's a terrible recording, but you get the vibe of the song.
Weird.
And then yeah, but it's like when you think of like a napkin sketch of like an invention, think of it like that. Like, oh, it's just this is the napkin demo, you know? Because we're gonna go back and draw it up on better paper later, but like right now we just need to get it out on
It's
something.
so cool hearing like different bands' philosophies about like why they make music and how they make music,
Yeah.
and like you guys are very like technical and like Mason Gross people, and it's like cool. And but there are so many other bands that like make music in a different way
Mason
and
Gross.
a different like, and it's just it's cool. Doing the show is just cool seeing that stuff, and I'm so glad we have like this awesome scene.
Yeah.
Shout out
yeah.
to the scene.
Shout
just
out
like
New Brunswick.
We
Shout
are
out
the
Hub
scene.
City.
You get-
We are the
people,
scene,
like-
City,
baby.
baby.
Yes.
we get people that like just like sit around together and like play stuff until it works, you know, and that's cool. And then you have people that like you guys are like so technical about everything and are like awesome about that, and like that's cool.
You know, we have a term for it. It's called gavining. it's actually a term we.
Gavin
we-
is very precise
So
with
precise.
everything, and we love him for it. He's
So-
very,
Yeah,
very detail oriented.
Yeah.
Are you like?
and I respect that a lot. It's cool.
It-
you have to. It's
I mean,
undeniable. It's,
the verb gavining or to gavin is.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Gavining
The
verb.
gavining.
I don't know
That's a
how
horror movie.
much of a the gavining.
The gavining.
It's not a compliment or a or
It's
a,
true neutral.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it depends on the context.
Yeah, it does.
Definitely.
I mean,
I
Dude, you're
so
gavining right
I yeah,
Sorry.
so you I probably
that's it.
yeah, that was like pretty accurate usage of the verb, but I mean it's just because like a lot of times like I'll just get an idea stuck in my head because I mean I guess we can go into like how our writing process is since like that's the
Sure,
topic,
yeah.
but
yeah.
a lot of the times like the songs start from like some kind of instrumental idea I have. Like I remember like True Colors, it just came from like something I like was just like I was at my house and I was playing the guitar in the staircase and I was just like trying to strum as loud as I could just to like see what would come out and like, you know, reflect back at me. And then I was like, oh, like this is a cool idea. I showed it to Jake. Jake brought it to Luke, and that's, you know, we start recording it. And the same thing happened with a lot of songs. But through this process where I have this idea and like it's like in my head, I get very caught up in trying to realize this idea.
Yeah,
And I am almost like an unstoppable force when that happens.
awesome.
And like but it's honestly to a fault because
Sometimes it's not so awesome.
yeah, so a lot of and like
So
I
like
love-
like if we're bouncing the final mix of a song, it's 4 a.m. and Gavin
Gavin's
comes
like,
up to me with a fresh cup of coffee, like, wait, can we change the whole ending of the song right now?
Like, I have this idea,
You're a
and then
perfectionist, I see.
Yeah.
I understand that.
We have to talk him down a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and but the thing is, a lot to like, listen. Like, there's many times where he's right, and most of the time.
Oh,
he's
most
right.
of the time
Most
he's
of the
Most
time
of the
he's
time,
right.
bro is.
Most of
We
the time
just,
he's
like-
right.
Is it?
I mean-
But all the time you want to punch him for like half a second.
dude, it's yeah.
The thing
but
about
I'm-
Gavin. Oh, sorry. One second.
yeah.
I've realized something. There's something in music where it's like that's undeniable. Like you can't deny how great that is. And Gavin comes up with that stuff a lot, and it's like
God.
it's like, you know, I've never said this to you because I don't want you to let your head.
Because it will go to his
And
head.
then
Yeah,
I'll be gavining even
don't-
worse
don't
now.
Don't
I know.
gas him up.
No, I know, I can't.
Gavin, cover your ears.
Okay.
Take the headset off.
Yeah.
So are you like a super music theory head, Gavin?
Yeah.
Because I know you're a music
Yes,
major.
Oh,
he
yeah.
is.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Dude,
god,
we
yeah.
talk about negative harmony on Black Coffee.
Oh my god, no. Well, actually, this is
There's a- yeah.
unreleased song that
Polaroid.
Okay.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
like we are planning on putting it on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Gavin
yeah.
made like a symphonic B section to it where he literally did math for an hour and a half to figure out what the chord changes would be. Yes.
yeah, I mean,
explain
He
that.
wrote out a chart
See,
of
this is what I'm
the
saying.
negative
You
harmonies
guys are
of
so,
every
you guys
chord.
are so nerdy.
Yeah. So like every band we've
but that's
had on,
but that's awesome.
there's always like every band we've had on, everyone's like very like music competent. I think you guys are all like great musicians at what you do, but like specific, like public access. You remember how they were like Liam knows like
Dude, they're
everything
so
about.
talented.
Yeah,
Liam
I
knows
love
They're
everything
great.
about music theory.
They're
And
a
we're just like,
great
yes,
band.
Liam.
Yeah.
So
But
that's like,
there are also bands that like know nothing of that, you know.
But it's
but
just
that's
like
and
also
they're
still
still,
fire.
like-
it's
Yeah.
in them because they're musicians
Yeah.
and
That
they create good
that
music
being
because
said,
of it.
I feel like our recordings though, and like on our live sets and stuff, like not when we're acoustic last minute like this, we're very much like vibe first.
yeah.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
So
Nah,
are
that's
you
awesome.
pro or anti music theory?
It's a love-hate
Take
relationship.
a
It is, it
stance
is.
right now.
It's a language. I think
Word.
all musicians, they might not use it. And, you know, it's
Mm.
just
Yeah.
it's a way of communicating something.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
You'll see like famous celebrities be like, oh yeah, here I like do this, and you can be like, oh, that they're doing XYZ music theory theoretically, but it's just different ways to define things.
I've
Yeah.
mentioned this
It's a
before,
tool.
and I'm not a musician per se, but I've had this conversation with like my musician friends. Like, you don't need to like know how to read music, and like you don't need to know theory or whatever, but it helps, you know. I mean, there are plenty of
100%.
amazing musicians like Paul McCartney. Apparently, can't read sheet music or whatever.
I just
and,
saw
like,
Jake roll his eyes
Yeah,
about the
whatever.
Beatles
I
reference.
need like a Beatles Bruce
sorry.
Springsteen tally on
No.
what.
WRSU Jake.
All right,
this
hold on,
this
hold on,
Jake,
hold on,
our
hold on,
drummer,
hold on.
loves the Beatles.
Yeah.
He does
I've-
love the
I've
There's,
been-
always, there's every band we've talked to, at
Has
least
one
one of them
Beatles
has
fan
been
at
like a
least, yes.
Beatles. We
Oh,
had
at
one
least.
Beatles,
Well, no,
uh,
we love
I
I mean, how can you not love the Beatles?
No.
It's the
They're
Beatles. Come on.
undeniable.
Beatles.
That's undeniable. The Beatles are undeniable.
The Beatles are
That's-
Shout out
We
Beatles.
can talk about the
This is
Beatles for
an
the
on-air
next hour and a half.
challenge. This is an on-air challenge to you, AJ.
I'll always mention the
Starting from this point
Beatles. Becoming
up
like a
to
bit.
the end of the next Overnight Sensation show, I challenge you not to mention Bruce Springsteen or the Beatles.
Anyways, the Beatles.
You can't play the
They're
Beatles
great,
either,
man.
Sid.
No, that's fair. Yeah,
Come on.
shout out the Beatles.
I have to mention the Beatles.
Yeah. Shout out all the Beatles except for John, actually.
Bruh.
Because he
I don't-
doesn't like his
I don't
son.
mess with John.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know
Because
Anyways,
he was mean to his son.
But
and his wife.
before we
Oh.
move on, I do want to go back to the ships. That's what that's
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That was I really liked
I
the.
really like that.
That was good.
well, I
Well,
hope so.
That
Like,
one is like
um,
mainly an acoustic song, so it just translates
Mm.
better.
Translates well.
Yeah.
So
But there's a part where the drums come in at the second verse. It makes it. It really
Yeah.
transforms it.
I'll just
Yeah.
pretend. I'll imagine.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
you can
imagine
imagine.
Jake like behind you guys.
Facts.
Just, like,
He was air drumming on FaceTime when he was on the
oh,
floor.
really?
Yeah. So
Jake, are you air drumming?
Yeah, he actually
Fun.
just used the FaceTime like tool to make it say Luke pick me up. 'cause I
Luke,
have-
pick me up.
Awesome.
Jake
Anyway,
wants
you
to
were
say
saying about the ship. Sorry, other Jake. I didn't mean.
No, you're good.
This
So
gets
I have a
confusing.
Sid question and then I have a full band question. So Sid, I feel like I don't know how many people know you as a guitarist or a bassist, but I knew you as a guitarist
I
first.
knew he was a guitarist.
Yeah, like when you were in the Ophio coma days back in back
Yeah.
in the
My
old days of
youth.
2022,
My youth,
2020. But yeah, you're like a killer bassist too. I play
Yeah.
bass, so like that's always like the first instrument I'm listening to whenever I listen to music. And honestly, like in like the local scene, you don't really see like you see good bassists, but you don't really see them like having a solo or like really having fun with it. I just wanted to know like who's your like inspiration for bass? Like what drives you to like
Jake's
improvise
a
on it?
big bass guy.
I'm a
for
big
reference.
bass head.
Yeah,
Big bass head.
Honestly, I feel like one of my inspirations for bass is probably Pino Palladino. I don't know if you know that cat. He played in John Mayer's Power Trio for years, but he's also played on like countless records, like jazz, funk, like R&B, whatever you name it. I mean, he's like one of the most versatile people. But he's a big one. I think he's someone I'm like kind of learning from right now is Kenny Davis, one of the bass professor at Rutgers. He's just like he was the bassist on Sesame Street. He like
Oh,
That's
you're wearing a
dope.
Sesame
No
Street shirt
way!
Yeah.
For our audio listeners,
No
I'm wearing
way.
a Sesame
Yeah, no,
Street
he was
shirt
on
right
like
now.
the Tonight
and other
Show.
Jake, hi other
He's, like,
Jake.
I don't know, but yeah, he can.
Can he hear us?
Yeah, he can hear.
Oh,
us.
weird.
Awesome.
You know,
Awesome.
I think the biggest thing of when I really started to look up to him was when I was like, "Hey, Prof, like we're doing a Paramore cover set. I'm like kind of confused about this one part." He was like, "Oh, do you have a 5-string?" And he like vibed
Oh.
me for not having a 5-string and trying to play Paramore. It's like I'm like, "Oh, wow, you're hip." Okay.
Yeah. When you get like really good at bass and you start like getting 5-string or like God forbid 6-string, like you start being like,
Yeah.
that's just funny because I can imagine his face. He's like, oh, you don't have a 5-string, huh?
No, hey man. I mean, Jocko's another one of my,
Oh.
one of my,
He's
one of
a-
my
he's a
people.
great-
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right.
goat.
Yeah, no, he used a 4-string, so it's like I have no
Fretless
excuse.
4-string.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's just
Wow.
like
You know,
Wow.
so, you know the story about him that he moved to Florida with his upright, and then the humidity messed up his bass. He
Yeah.
got like all out of whack. So
mhm.
he just took like a file or something and pulled out the frets of
Yep.
his like American jazz bass, and just that was his axe.
That's just
That's
like
awesome.
Yeah.
that's just so
That's
dope to
so
me because
hardcore.
it's so difficult for me because like I've been playing bass for like almost 2 years now, and I still like I can't like memorize the frets like closing my eyes to like get that perfect no frets.
Well,
It's just ridiculous
know,
to me.
You know how we were talking about how I used to play guitar?
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
that was. I mean, I still do. I mean, I take lessons with the.
Mm.
I mean, I'm a music major, right? And
Yeah.
I'm have a jazz concentration, and I still am. My main instrument is probably jazz guitar. I mean,
Word.
that being said, I hopefully will be doing this a lot farther than my jazz guitar career. I mean, that's what it is. I'm with it.
Yeah, you can hear though, like, not to keep
Go ahead.
talking about the recordings, but they come out tonight. So Sid's bass parts are really like
yeah.
intentional and not necessarily what you would expect on like on True Colors. Like that's like very much like an alternative rock, like indie rock song, and Sid's going like doop 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 boop doo 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 doop.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's like a lot of funk, I guess.
It is.
It
very
is. It
funky,
is. It
for
is.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, wait. We should play Black Coffee.
Wait.
Wait, why don't we keep talking?
Yeah. Let's settle it down. Let's
so
find
got
a
Sid's-
second.
excited,
Sid's
guys. I'm
excited.
sorry. I
No,
guess
no.
He
I'm
touched the
sorry.
Please,
bass,
yeah.
and all of a sudden he's like,
Sorry.
"Please."
Because
So-
Black Coffee's got like
No,
that
'cause
walking bass
so
line.
I'm like
in it.
walking at double time, and it's like a shuffle almost for like a lot of it.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Jake,
no,
what was
it's
your
like-
other question? You had?
I
Oh,
had
yeah.
I had
A
one
whole band
I had-
question.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I
facts.
want to talk
Sorry.
about this EP a little bit. Releasing in an hour and 17 minutes for our audio listeners. 16
16
minutes.
actually.
Wow.
So yeah, like, is that going to be on the EP? First of all, and second of all, how many songs are we hearing on this EP?
5.
Awesome.
Cinco. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, about the EP. First, like, is Ships going to be on that? Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
already.
Dope,
It's
dope.
already
It's actually
released.
already out.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
already
this
out.
is our
Oh,
first
dope.
like real like we're like really putting a release with like fully supported release into it. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like
Yeah.
so yeah. Hopefully it's technically getting re-released, but yeah, it's out there. You
Yeah,
can listen to it.
There's so like the 3 songs we have out already will be like on the EP, because like we're kind of just like compiling them all and adding an additional 2 and making like a complete
Cool.
set.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking at you guys.
Is that a
Spotify.
yogurt bar?
That's an Atrium classic.
Yeah, I saw this was part of the combo. And I swiped
You know,
that. John.
I offered Luke a bite of mine earlier, like
Come on.
earlier, like less than an hour ago, right? Because we haven't even been here for an hour. But he said, "Oh, I'll just break it off." He takes like more than half. It's like
Wow.
But it just didn't
Oh,
break
come
naturally in a
on,
good spot,
come
but that was the
on,
one I
come
touched
on.
like, with
Yeah,
my
that's a-
hand. So
Blush Boys officially breaking up.
It all started with the Claro
Over a
bar.
yogurt
Over the
bar.
yogurt.
dude, think about it though. The yogurt bars are like they're pink, like so like
That's a Blush Boy
that's a
bar.
blush boy.
Oh yeah,
coding.
that's Blush Boy bar right there.
The Blush bar. We,
We
have
should-
a lot of Blush Boy puns. Like we have to like keep things like in track because we text each other so much
much.
during the day. We have 3 group chats that are all just the 5 of us, but to like
We're very organized.
yeah, we separated
have
it into like
ADHD.
different topics.
There's
so
blushing boy.
That's the main one.
We
Then
have
we
scheduling boy.
which for scheduling, and then we have social boy, which is like for our social media.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then whenever like for
Big-
whatever
we get mad at each other when we
Oh,
send the
Jake,
wrong
wait, Jake's
thing.
got to say something.
Oh,
We also got Brush Boy.
Yeah.
That's with Lizzie, our
Oh, yeah,
artist.
yeah,
The
Artist
artist
boy.
brush boy.
Brush
wait, what is
boy.
that?
it's like a brush.
Oh yeah, for anything. So like the cutting room show we have tomorrow in New York, like with the other artists we're playing with, our friend Ava, who we'll get to that later.
Killer artist.
But yeah, so that's the cutting room boy group chat. Everything. That's why like when we made the group chat with you, you notice how we called it Overnight Sensations Boy.
Oh, I thought you guys were calling me that, and I was like, wow. Okay.
No.
I thought I'm the overnight
No,
sensational
no.
boy. And I, for a second,
That's
I
just
was
how
like,
we do.
What?
Oh,
I was
you
like,
thought we like singled you
yeah,
out.
I thought they
Oh,
were like, ah, look
no.
at the overnight sensations
Overnight
boy.
Sensations boy.
We're like nah. Like,
Yeah, literally, that's what I thought it was. I was like,
Wait,
is that a typo?
That's so funny.
Who is the blush boy?
Which one
Whoever
of you
you
is the
wanna
blush
be.
boy?
Actually,
The
we
blush
Low-key
boys,
me.
all of them.
Yeah, I was
Lucky
about to
me.
say.
Okay.
Kenna, Kenna's
Yeah,
the blush
Kenna,
boy.
Gotta
yeah.
fact you up.
it's
There you
yeah,
go.
it's nondescript. You know, it's really up to imagination.
Yeah. Anyone's the blush boy isn't a real person. It's kind
Blush
of like
boy
whoever
is a
wants to
title.
be the
The blush boys and all of
it's
us.
a movement.
It's true.
True.
It's true.
It's not a people.
it's the
It's a
truth.
play. Wait, no. I don't know.
What is the
It
weirdest
ain't the gospel.
merch you guys would consider putting out?
That's a good question.
Because a lot of bands I've seen,
Well, you
like
guys are
some band
asking
had
every
rolling
band that-
papers. Some
we had
band
like we had
had
public access with
da-
their brimless.
yeah, they had
hats.
Yeah,
the
that was
brimless
crazy.
hats. Daddy's Closet had the hot sauce.
Oh yeah, a lot of bands
Really?
did the hot sauce. But
Yeah, but like hot sauce is still dope.
yeah,
Like,
no,
even
it's,
if
it is-
every
it
band
is-
did
it
that.
is dope.
We
Yeah.
gotta
would-
get creative. We
It's
make
so
our shirts
original.
like
Wow.
by hand at the Rutgers Makerspace. We make all our shirts
Mm.
there, and that's like the extent of our merch, other than free stickers. And
Okay.
we did sunglasses, like heart shaped sunglasses for our song
That's
Candy
awesome.
Hearts.
Oh, that
like
that
that.
I like that. Like
Bands
Yeah.
got to do more prints though too. Like,
Yeah.
I love prints.
getting weird with the
Ooh.
merch, like it just adds to like the lore and story of like a band. I think.
Yeah.
Are they sharing the yogurt bar?
What's going on here?
For our audio listeners.
Oh.
Oh, he's wearing
got
a
a Blush
Blush
Boy
Boy
shirt?
shirt.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's like one of my few white shirts, so I just wear it underneath like my flannels and stuff.
You're-
Oh,
you're
oh,
blue
that was-
and-
Oh,
blue
I
and pink
thought
flannel.
the
Wow.
flannel was the Blush Boy shirt.
No,
oh,
this is
Blush
just
Boy
pink-
flannels.
It's just the pink and blue.
That would
Oh
be
my
tough.
god,
Low
that'd be
That's a good
low-key.
idea.
Yo, let's
Yeah.
write that down.
Write
I'm
that
actually gonna
down.
write
Write that
that
down,
right
write that
now
down.
in scheduling.
Flannel
boy.
boy.
That's awesome. I might need to get one of those.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
So
Oh, I like that a
that's
lot.
That's our OG design.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah, we've got a few since.
Well, one. Oh, I guess two others.
Yeah,
But
because
our
we
EP
had it.
cover's really pretty, and I'm
Oh my
I'm
God.
already thinking about
Oh.
getting like a square of it.
We need
I
it.
do.
Can you describe it?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do hoodies. Sorry.
Ooh.
It's we wanted. We were going back and forth with like what it should be because it's like, oh, it has to be like meaningful, but then you like look at like most artists like album pictures and it's just like themselves,
Mm,
and we're like,
yeah.
we don't know if we want to do that, but we Luke's sister, who's a very talented artist, she painted
Shout
this
out Olivia.
beautiful skyline with purples and pinks, and it has a little street lamp in the corner, and we wanted it to evoke like because our album was like, I mean, EP is kind of like about like coming like of age and like
Mm.
struggles. So we wanted to like evoke that. So with like those colors and like it's got like a moon in like the shape of a heart. So it's like soft and like kind of like it's
It's Blush Boy core.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Blush core.
exactly.
There's
Oh,
the
that's
moon.
Oh, I like that a
It's very
lot.
pretty.
I feel like the most
It's very
important
pretty.
part of an album cover is like it just has to be something like an iconography that can be signature or like
Yeah,
For
something
sure.
memorable for
like
sure.
memorable or like it doesn't even have to represent the themes or like the sounds of an album,
Mm.
but like something where when you listen to that album, the album cover will make you feel like
have
that.
idea
Yeah.
in your
The
head.
the best like example of that where like the cover's nonsensical but it just evokes emotion whenever I look at that is Igor by Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
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 That,
Oh,
if that album cover in a vacuum is just like it's
I
like
know.
his face.
I also think like
Yeah,
face.
it's like on IG,
I also
right?
think like it's so like cliche, but like Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh yeah, I was
Yep.
totally gonna mention
Yeah.
that.
So it
Talking
like
about one of
it
those.
like fits like every aspect of that. Like
It's
the
been on
video of
so
that
many
album.
T-shirts and pajama shirts. and
It's-
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I think I have pajamas with the
Exactly.
with the prism on it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about one of the coldest album covers of all time.
Oh, yeah,
come on.
Oh my god.
But even just like the
Kaleidoscope.
Igor one, it's like Tyler the Creator, like he like literally creates a persona around like
Yeah.
each of his albums. It's like
His
it's
album
crazy.
covers are great.
And
too,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, they
Like
are.
he, because I think he's into fashion as well. So
Of
like
course.
Mhm.
there's like a whole
Yeah.
aspect or like a story that's told through the fashion of Igor. It's
he's,
like
well, he's
crazy.
also he's
Oh, I
also
love
like
Igor.
as he's a visual creator as much as he is like a musical creator. Like
He's Tyler the Creator.
he's a creator. He's a really amazing director, and he always like and just visual media is so cool with him.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to play a little more?
Sure.
Some of
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked for a little while.
Yeah,
Can
we
we-
just I
It's just such a
What should we
riveting
play?
conversation.
Can we play Candy Heart?
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
Jake
Yeah.
actually just
Ooh.
said it from the face, and he goes, "Play Candy Hearts."
Okay.
wait.
Okay.
Cause
I
that's the
actually was
thing,
it's
listening
done.
to this
Yeah,
earlier to
do drop D.
research.
Oh yeah, I gotta do it. Oh really?
Oh,
What'd
so
you
this-
think?
This
What'd you
is
think?
my
What'd you learn?
favorite.
Oh, I love it. It's
I
great.
think this is collectively all of our favorites.
Yeah, I'll talk about my thoughts after you guys play.
Yeah.
'Cause
And then-
I can keep going.
This happens like every show where Luke forgets to do the drop D, so we gotta like
He's too busy
Drop D,
talking.
drop D.
we always
Yes,
gotta like
every
ramble.
time.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, ready?
You know how to play your hand. I wanna be part of your plan. Of your plan. You know how to cheat, babe. Wanna see you now. No, I can't wait. I can't wait. We're at the point where you've become my lover, my lover. So I play the game and just come on over, come on over. I know that there's no guarantees, but I hope you're thinking about me. Thinking about me. Your smile, your touch, your gaze, I mean, makes my heart feel at ease. I feel complete. We're at the point where you've become my lover, my lover. So I play the game and just come on over, come on over. At the end of the day, to be with you is all that I need. Oh, to hold you, to feel you, keep you in my arms just for the night. But I don't want this to be our last time. Stay with me by my side. Just be mine. We're at the point where you've become at the point where you my lover, my lover. So I play the game and just come on over, come on over. Be my lover, be my lover, be my lover, come on over. Be my lover, be my love. Oh, oh, be my lover, be my love. Come on over to me, to me.
Oh, that rocks.
So good.
Jake,
Oh, that
look
one
at this
rocks.
chord.
So good and catchy and everything.
Nice.
You guys are such a vocal band. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're very
Define vocal band.
vocal centric, I would say.
Okay.
You're, I
It
mean,
means
you're
you're the
obviously
center,
very vocally
kinda.
talented, but a lot of bands like don't have that much of a focus, I guess, on like their vocals or whatever, if that makes sense.
I've noticed that
It's,
in
like,
the
kinda
scene
equal.
around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas you guys are very like vocal, like a little bit above. I feel like the other.
You could
aspects.
say Kenna is just like the most amazing singer ever. She is so talented.
Yeah.
She's a voice major at Mason Gross.
Huge
So like,
kudos over there.
Thank
yeah.
you.
She really is super like, and just like coming from that Mason Gross world of like doing that like classical singing for so long.
Hyping me up.
You know,
over here.
it was crazy because like at first it was like I could tell like she was so not used to recording vocals. You know what I mean?
No, I've never like I would like mess around like garage band, but like I went like going into like Luke's like, okay, bye, and he put me like in a little booth, and I'm like, hello, like, and it was like it's definitely a change because you know I do a lot of things live, and you know I studied like classical. I'm singing like Italian and like opera as
Oh, that's
well.
awesome.
Yeah, it was, so it's like total like change. So when I went to like the booth, he's like, can you like do this instead? And I'm like, what? Like that's like not what I usually do, but like okay. And then his like guidance of like, because he knows how to make it sound good like from the microphone. I know how to make it sound good like on a stage, and he's like, I'm gonna like direct you how to sound good.
How
on the
has the music study like kind of thing helped you like in the
oh god, so
rock
much,
and roll world?
so much. It's so interchange. It's
If I could give a little input, just really quick, not to like interrupt Kenna, but it's okay because I'm hyping her up even more because, like when the EP comes out tonight, I would just like to challenge all the listeners to like listen to Candy Hearts and then listen to whatever you want.
Whatever you want for sure.
Because like
I listen
since
to whatever I
Kenna
want?
like
Or is that
since
That's a song. Whatever you want.
the name of the song.
Song
And
number 2. She
it's
literally
just-
harmonizes with the guitar solo.
yeah,
That's
she
awesome.
is so good that like she like sing. She doesn't just sing for herself. She sings for the song. Like there's like a whole different character in her voice.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There are a lot of bands around here that are like they have good singers, whatever, but like it's not the key part of their band, I guess, is what I'm saying. Which I think your vocals are for you guys.
Yeah. thank
Yeah,
you.
we do definitely stack a lot of harmonies too, like
Mhm.
on every song.
Yeah,
So-
I was gonna talk about that because like I've seen like 2 band members do harmonies. I've seen 3, but I've never seen 4. Like all of you guys were singing, right?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't singing?
No,
Alright.
I have to learn a little bit more before that.
It's
I'm,
fine.
He will,
I'm
he
not,
will.
I think Blushbore at its final form will have Kenna playing guitar and all of us singing.
Once
All
I can do
5
bar
of us.
chords,
No,
I swear,
to
guys.
God. No, dude.
We'll
No,
get there one day.
Kenna-
Kenna's
gonna happen.
almost there, dude. I've heard her play guitar. I mean, you'll get the pleasure when we're like on a huge stage and you come and see us for $100 a ticket. But
Well, I'll get
I'm
it
not.
for
I'm not
free,
laughing.
right? Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not
Yeah.
laughing, brother.
Not him though. Not him though.
No, but yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely those things. But I know we sound super delusional, you know what I mean? Because like all this time we're like talking about like, oh yeah, like, you know, this is the beginning of our
No,
band
you're not
and
No,
like,
you
delusional.
gotta
and,
want
like,
it.
like
I-
we're
you
gonna
gotta
hit,
want it.
we're
You
gonna
guys
hit
want it.
You
a
gotta
stadium.
visualize that and have that image in your brain. You know?
It does go
It's not
beyond
gonna,
that.
It's
Like,
not gonna exist on its own. You
It's
gotta
true.
work for it. You know.
we also will accept no less, which is a terrible quality in like a person to person way, but like maybe
I
not.
don't think so.
I get that. I get that. I understand that, and it's hard sometimes when it's like you want things to be so perfect that
Yeah.
it's like almost impossible levels of perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want it so badly, and I feel like I remember like my first, like trying to get Kenna on board with the band. It was like I was showing her. Do you remember this? That we were in my car, and I was
Yeah.
showing you the. Do you want to talk about that or?
Yeah, Gavin like came to me. Was it like it was sophomore year? Sophomore year.
Yeah,
so, like, a year
sophomore
ago.
year, yeah.
He came to
Yeah.
her in a cloud of mist on a dark night,
No.
cloaked.
Yeah, I think we like just got like lunch together, and he drove me back to my dorm. And on the way there, he played the demo for the ships, which had Luke singing on it.
Mhm.
And I was like taken aback because I was like, you know, when people like show you like a song, it's like, oh, like, you know, it's usually not
Yeah.
like. But Gavin showed me, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, it sounds like a real song. I'm like, what? You want me to sing on this? I'm so in.
That's
And
awesome.
It was
That's so cool.
from there. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
feel,
was
like,
just
I feel like we didn't talk about Luke's vocal or Luke and Gavin's vocals enough. Luke
Shout out.
especially has such a great ear for these harmonies, and I call it the PLB sparkle when it comes into
yeah.
trust me,
yeah,
listen to
I'll
the
let you
album, listen to or the EP, and whenever like a shiny shimmering harmony comes up, That's exactly what I'm talking about. Paul Luke Bonifant Sparkle.
Oh yeah, my first name's Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I just go by Luke. My
So
middle
which
name.
is it?
It's definitely Luke. Like if anyone calls me Paul, I'm
I
like a
get you,
little
I get
wary of them. I'm like, why are you doing that? You know?
Yeah.
We'll be booking for emails, and they'll always respond, "Hey, Paul," and I
Hello,
just
Paul.
laugh every time.
It's true. It's true. But the real homies know it's Luke. You know?
Yeah,
I get you.
true.
I'm definitely gonna listen to this EP now. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
You have to, and in the specific order that it's in. It makes it
Yeah,
it
no.
works best in that
No,
order.
that's
Yeah.
that's part of it. I mean, I understand album construction
Oh yeah.
order.
EP construction.
He's a fan of the
actually.
Beatles, of course he does.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. We're,
my friend listens to Abbey Road on shuffle, and I don't
Who?
know.
no.
Wait, who does that?
Oh, really?
Shout anti shout out Steven.
Shout down.
But back to Candy Hearts. One thing I really enjoy about it, and I heard this like in the acoustic setting and also in the recorded setting. I think you guys just like try a lot of little things that all go right with like the like little pause in the instrumental when Kenna is singing. Awesome. Fire. I think it just adds to the like building of the song so much to when you guys like reach that like climactic point. And I just think
Yeah.
it makes it like such a more compelling song.
Yeah, I
Oh, thank
think
you.
what makes this like, because for a while we're like nothing's gonna be as good as Candy Heart, like because we were like look through like other songs, like all right, how can we make it like as and when we would like try and like write more stuff. And the reason why this one is like our favorite is because we put so much attention to detail in it, and then it like set a new standard for us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're like, we have to put as much attention to detail into all of these
that's
songs.
awesome. That's awesome, and I appreciate that. That's so cool. You get that song is just I love songs that are like well written and well done, but also so catchy and like I can listen to it a lot.
Yeah,
which-
the hook.
the hook is
Yeah.
like it's great. It's just like it feels good in my brain.
You
Tickles my
kinda-
brain.
oh nice. That's that sparkle that you're talking about.
Yeah,
The PLB.
No, well, the sparkle's more about like harmonies. Harmonies. Wait, hell, okay, guys.
No, that has to be like
listen,
a new
listen.
term now. The
You know,
PLB
it's
sparkle.
Gavining, PLB Sparkle. We got
terms.
some other stuff too. No, Kenna, what was the thing that you is like?
Oh yeah, we really build upon like our ideas like a lot. Like I think Jake came up with the melody for this. He sent me like a voice memo and I'm like, okay. So then I get into the booth and then I record it. And then but also there's like just like little like minor things like I wanted to like add like the come on over. And then I'm like in the and then I'm like, wait,
And there's
I
other
know
ones
what I
like,
can
"Come
add here. I'm
on
like,
over."
come on over, like almost
So
like
good.
enticing in a
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
as you- so I'm like, okay, like we were like we can make it like a little more. And then like I knew that like just like little details like, oh, like what if we really hope like like in both ears, like that'd be so
Yeah.
cool.
That's tough.
Just like little things
Jake
like that.
Jake wanted to say something.
What's good? So when we got it, so when we got the demo from Gavin and Luke, they were just recorded it, right? So then I was like singing to it in my bedroom. So when I came up with like the chorus melody, I did not like it because it was my voice singing it, and we were even like in the studio, but ready like about to record part for like kind of about to sing the chorus, and I was like, guys, I don't know if this melody is like even that good, like it just doesn't sound that good. And then like immediately one take of Kenna singing it, I was like, oh my bad.
Yeah, it
some-
comes together the way it should.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that one little piece to
You-
fall into place.
You need K Money to do it. That's what you need.
What's
Okay,
great
money.
is we all have different like perspectives and like putting it in like front of like a new like set of eyes or like a new like
Mm-hmm.
you got like
Fresh
1, 2,
ears.
3. You got 5 heads here, and we're all working together, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then like for the bridge of this song, it like literally was just conceived by like K Money going ham. You
K
know?
Money.
Yeah, like
Money.
she like reading some of the lyrics. Or, did you read lyrics or was it just
No, I just
improvised?
started making things up because I'm like, it has to be different. I mean, it needs to build. So I'm like, how can I make it build? And I'm just like, na 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 at the end of the day, and then it kind of just like builds upon itself.
Yeah.
Initially,
Can we
there
low
was
key?
just a bass solo there?
It's
Yeah, at
true.
first
then-
it was
but-
just a bass.
But then I'm so glad we ended up doing that like Dewey thing. Do you guys? It's like a
like a duo.
like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
oh, no,
Dewey?
it's like a when in jazz, like
Actually,
It's almost-
in jazz.
it's almost when like even if it's a quartet, sometimes they'll just have like two people playing it, and they call it a Dewey sometimes.
Oh, interesting.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like.
Do you
a
guys think I
two-
can pull up the original
Shout out
like
Jazz.
first take of Candy Hearts and like kind of improvising it? Do you,
yeah,
Do you
dude,
have
should-
that?
No,
Yeah.
what if it's embarrassed? What if I like? What if
It's
I like?
not. You sound.
I might
good.
accidentally cuss in it. Who knows?
I was gonna-
no,
Oh,
you're not
yes.
cussing it.
I might be
But
like, oh.
I'm gonna
Oh.
try and find
Wait,
it.
you cuss? What's your favorite
Oh.
cuss word?
Uh-oh.
Probably.
Probably crap.
Oh, the song was originally called Happy Go Lucky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This song was called "Happy Go Lucky" until like 2 days before we sent it to the distributor.
Yeah, because we were. Then I came up with Candy Hearts
It's true,
because
she
I'm
did.
like,
Yeah.
yes, I did. Because I was sitting at work and I'm like, I don't, because Happy Go Lucky just doesn't fit it.
Yeah,
And
and we
then-
never said "Happy Go Lucky" in the song, but it also like wasn't quite about that. Like it was like a love song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, and then I was like, oh, the lyrics like, to be with you, be mine. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Be my
it sounds
lover,
just
come on
like
over.
Candy Heart. And then we stuck with that, and then we're like, we're gonna make this like the whole like center of like the single basically.
I really like we were talking about like iconography that makes bands what they are. I really
Totally.
like how you guys like go for like, because you guys say you like focus a lot on like coming of age and like love and stuff. I feel like Pink and Blue being like iconography, and Candy Hearts is just something that's like vaguely Valentine's Day, but it also just evokes something in you. You're like, dang.
Yeah,
You
like
def-
it
there's
evokes an
def- yeah.
image, for
Yeah,
sure.
like, and it wouldn't usually, but like in the context of the song, I think that's very dope.
Yeah, and we'll probably do an acoustic version for Valentine's Day just to milk it, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I have the original like first take of kind of like improvising it up right here. If we
I've-
want to
I've
like
been
show
showing- Very
through the-
different
I've been
sounding
shutting
recording.
Yeah.
upright
Let's
for,
go.
for our acoustic stuff in the future.
To be with you.
I knew I wanted that in there.
Sid solo. This is a napkin demo for sure. Yeah, that was just a one take of her just like going through seeing what she wanted.
Really?
Yeah, and if you listen to the song, like so many of those licks are like made it to the
Yeah,
final
I
so
know, I
tone.
knew
many
I like the
personalities.
dee 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 dee. I
And
wanted
the-
to keep that in there for sure.
And
And the person's like,
bass
oh.
licks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I feel like you guys are like one of the most well-rounded bands I've ever seen. I feel like you guys are just like so talented.
That's what I'm
in your
saying. You guys
respect.
are like a team.
But
a
like I guess
great
that's
team.
because you're all music-oriented people. But also, I don't know. I think it's just because you guys are locked in like that.
we're so locked.
We're locked
locked
in.
in.
We are so
yeah.
locked.
in.
When I tell you, we send each other hundreds of texts a day in our three
Yeah,
group chats
no,
and
yeah.
more. Like we
That's
are,
the-
we are definitely very locked.
I won't lie. It kind of took me a second to understand what I needed to be as a role-playing member instead of like, because I mean, this summer especially, I've been playing a lot of weddings on guitar and like, you know, like working, gigging like as a musician
Mhm.
and not really like in a proper band. And it's like I mean, it still is kind of a complete change in mindset.
Yeah,
Like you gotta put in so you can withdraw later, you know? It's like
definitely.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
I mean, I feel like it speaks to your guys' level of like teamwork or whatever, that you have 3 or 4 group chats. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
We have to. We would not be able to get anything
So
done if
what
it
are
was
one of the
organized.
4 group
That's crazy.
chats?
so there's
blushing boy for like main things that we need to talk about.
Gotcha.
Scheduling boy for anything that requires like when we're getting somewhere, how we're getting somewhere,
Okay.
what dates,
right.
right?
What
yeah.
gigs do we got lined
Yeah,
up?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a shared Apple calendar. We have a shared Apple like
Wow.
iCloud photo drive for like our content stuff.
Google
whatever.
Drive as well.
Yeah, we do. We
Oh
do
yeah,
have a
we
Google
send
Drive.
videos. We like send like edited videos like for
That's true.
content on like this
Our
TikTok
Google-
we can
our-
post.
You guys
like,
should
it's
do.
like-
You guys should try Discord. It has like
No.
I
No.
said Discord, but they were
No,
like,
no,
nah.
We just having to open another app that isn't natural.
Oh right.
feel like-
Texting is just so much natural.
Texting is just more accessible.
It is, and also we can add like our fun little pictures. And I know you could probably do that in Discord, but I don't know, like
I tried to fish Discord, but it just
Oh,
No.
it didn't go.
I don't
Well,
want
I'm
that.
glad we didn't do it.
no, it needs to be more immediate. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like we have each
Sure.
other bypassing our do not disturb
Where
because we just have
I'm
to.
especially
Oh my
impatient.
god, that was such a problem for a while.
It was.
terrible.
It was.
I do that
It
too.
was such a problem.
Discord boy.
That was dude. There was this one gig, and so we played it at Washington Square Park. Yeah,
Oh,
we
really?
played at Washington
my
Square
God, yeah.
Park at like, and I was on Do Not Disturb,
And so is
So
Luke.
was I.
and
Oh,
so
no.
from now on, like I only have my band and my parents that can bypass
Oh, yeah.
my
The
Do Not
bypass.
Disturb. Those are the only like two entities.
Yeah,
awesome.
Like no one else.
What happened was like I'm driving to the city with all of our gear and stuff, and Sid and Luke drove separately or were already there.
With
and-
some of the other gear.
yeah, with some of the other gear.
With
and,
a
like,
lot of it. With a whole
with
drum kit.
with a lot of the gear.
actually.
Yeah. So
Most
we
of
drove
the-
separately.
Most of the gear.
But like, so obviously, like trying to find parking in New York City on it wasn't even a Sunday, so it was like hard to
Yeah.
find that parking. But so like I was driving in and like I was like trying to call Luke because like we had to go to like a specific spot to like unload and and then park and things like that. And I called him and didn't answer, and I get the voicemail, and then like I call Sid and he didn't answer, and then I went back and forth. I think I called them.
At least 6 times
No,
each.
I think I counted. I think it was 13.
I think it was Sid was 13 because like I don't know when I'm just like when I'm gabbing like that I
He was
just
gabbing, for
I-
sure. He was gabbing.
Sometimes I like focus on like
Bro,
Sid. I'm
gabbing,
like
no,
Sid,
dude.
pick up the phone.
No,
So-
Gavin.
I've been
Yeah,
there.
and so
I
like
get
because of that, I was like, I was livid.
Tweaking.
But we live and we learn, and now I was like, you guys are gonna make me bypass your phones.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
I understand.
But like, so I mean, just bringing back the word gavining is just like, and just like the idea of teamwork is like it literally for me it literally couldn't be anybody but these people. Like I don't want to like sound
Aw.
cringe, but it's like
It's
the
true,
amount of
it's true.
patience that is required to work with me sometimes. But like it's just I love them so much, and it's
Yeah,
like
That's true.
That's great.
It's worth every
Yeah,
second.
we really do. Yeah, we really are like it can't be anybody else. We play tennis together. We even forced Kenna to come.
Oh, tennis boy.
I'm not good at tennis.
We need
Not
to,
yet.
dude, we need to call it
Not
tennis.
yet.
you gonna learn.
Facts.
You guys
Who
wanna-
said
you
that?
guys wanna
Oh,
play-
you said that. I thought you said that.
You guys want to play anything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shall we play whatever you want?
Sure.
You can
Yeah.
play whatever you want.
I get it.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Slapper.
get out of here.
I forgot we're here to play music. I thought this
Yeah.
guitar was just a prop.
LOL.
Might be.
Yeah. So this is one of the songs that is not out yet, but will be released tonight.
In
And like
47.
7
What?
minutes.
Wait. Actually,
Wait, Jake.
crazy.
I forgot.
Oh, Jake has to beatbox the first part.
Oh,
what?
Okay.
Oh wait.
Wait, no.
Sorry, Jake.
just let him beatbox it.
Let him beatbox. It starts with the drums. You guys will hear it at
He'll
midnight.
cut out after the beatbox.
Wait,
Jake, you're on mute.
I come in after
do
he's
you
done.
wanna, do you want to introduce it?
Okay, so you get the gist. I don't know if it...
Wait.
Yes,
Oh yeah, we'll go with it.
turn and look my way. I hear the music fade. The silver lining grays. Still I'm tethered to your pain. Sometimes now and then, yeah, I dream to start again. A melancholy break. I wish that I could say. Hold on tight. Your infinite weather waves your beam of sunlight. Hold on for dear life. I tend to break under pressure, trying to put it all together. 'Cause I will do whatever you want. Emotions that you take, piercing through my bones. Emotions on display, tears on the car ride home.
fire for too long. Watched as your flames caress my heart, never realizing that you're in the wrong. I've watched the mountains turn to ash and seen the castles crumble down. So I'll tell you anyway what I have to say. Just give me a damn second to breathe, yeah. Do you ever think before you speak? Let go of everything. You'll be begging on your knees for me. But for now, whatever you want.
All right.
Woo. Real quick, it is the top of the hour, so I do have to do the legal ID.
It's been a few
It's
minutes.
been
you
the top of
forgot.
the hour, but you are.
It's
listening-
11:17, man.
If you're just tuning in, you are listening to 88.7 WRSU FM New Brunswick. This is Overnight Sensations.
Yeah,
I'm Jake.
we have Blush Boy.
We
and
have
I'm
Blush
AJ.
Boy here. Yeah, he is AJ. I am Jake.
Yay!
But yeah, I basically have to do that like every hour.
That's a fire song.
I like
guys.
that. I like that a
That's
lot.
great.
Wait
I'm
till you
very
hear-
hyped for this EP.
Wait till you hear the recording. That one's probably
I'm
my
waiting.
favorite.
I'm waiting,
Yeah.
dude.
Really?
Because the
I'm
drums,
I'll wait.
the
I'm waiting.
drums really like bring that one out. I feel like.
Yeah.
I think that one was probably the one I was most worried about without drums, because I mean not worried, but like most
Yeah,
concerned
I get you.
because I don't know. Yeah.
No, I understand. I'm excited to hear it with the whole thing together.
In 42
Sounds
minutes.
pretty cool.
Yeah. What's the inspiration behind that one?
Um,
Oh,
So
Can-
actually,
yeah.
if I'm just gonna explain like
Go
un
ahead,
poco.
guys.
Sorry, because wait, Ken, do you want to say it?
no. I feel like we kind of like the lyrics, just for the lyrics part. Gavin had an idea, and then Jake had an idea, and then we put that idea. It was basically the same emotions, just being told like the different ways.
Right.
And then for like the bridge, this is like one of the sections that I like wrote like just completely like just
Stream of consciousness.
stream
yeah.
of consciousness for me. But yeah, Gavin.
I mean, yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
like
okay.
I know Gavin had a super. I'm sorry, I remember this vividly because Gavin came in and Jake, and they both had two different versions of the song. Gavin's was so angsty, right? He was like, it was like, correct me if I'm wrong, Gavin. But it was like the feelings that he felt being disrespected as like a waiter,
Yeah. So,
and and Jake's
For me.
Jake's
That's
was
so
like
real.
was like more on like the interpersonal relationship side of like that like you know what's it called, and it's like yeah, I feel like this song kind of tied it really together with it being like this like you know it's it's like that feeling of being trapped, right? Like you can't really
Yeah.
talk about what you're trying to say. You have to bottle it up. So it's like, all right, in this moment, I'll just do whatever you want. Then you know what? That's it. I'm just gonna do whatever you want because it's whatever. You know what I mean? And so kind of rewrote the verses too to like really make it tell the story. It's like you know, I like it starts out. I know I'm saying this because I feel like it's so important. Like I listened to this song and I'm like, wow, this is really good. Like because I didn't write those lyrics and stuff. I'm like, oh, I could really appreciate this. But it's like.
Turn and look my
Turn and
way.
look my, like you turn and look my way, and I hear the music fade. Like if you're in this like environment, right? It's like you and that other person, and the silver lining grays, and I'm tethered to your pain. It's like this very like oh wow, like now I'm in this like really tense spot,
Yeah.
you know.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
Sometimes now and then I dream to start again. A melancholy break. I wish that I could say, and then like that, it's that chorus. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very poetic. I feel like. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Also, the feel changes. I think just. I mean, well, that's what kind of what I was talking about. You can really. It's a lot bigger. The feel changes with the drummer. Obviously, you could hear it here, but when we have distortion and then it's like it starts out in this like almost R&B esque groove, and then we get bang, it's like just all of a sudden, whoa, pop punk out of nowhere, like bang, it's in your face, and it's like angsty, it's angry. There's so much tension, and then we release again,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, and the bridge is just a beautiful mashup of all of that. I'm
Yeah.
so grateful to be a part of this song.
Yeah, Sid to record that like huge climax part with like where the solo starts, where it's like I will do whatever you want. Sid literally just picked up the bass and was like,
Yeah, man.
and it's great. You'll hear it
Yeah,
because I know you'll listen to the bass.
oh yeah, 100%.
At least someone will, man.
Oh, yeah. Listen. If Bass Sid got one fan, it's me. But I said it before on Candy Hearts. You guys just like are really good at like building like that tension to like the climactic point, and I really think that's like one of your like strongest like
Oh, thank
suits.
I love when artists do that. It's
Yeah.
so fun.
Because like the real like a real skill is like knowing like if you're going for like a certain emotion, you have to like build towards it until you like boom.
Yeah.
I just think you guys do that really well.
No,
on a lot
thank
of
you.
the songs I'm hearing.
I think like my favorite part, and like so like Candy Hearts might be my favorite song, but like my favorite part of like our songs is like the build up of whatever you want, because you know it the bridge like kind of like those lyrics are all kind of, and it was like it was fire when we first heard them. We knew we got to use them,
K
but
Money.
it built
K-Money.
that's
Damn
it,
right.
K-Money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Did you know that one beforehand, or did you just do that now?
How would
no,
I know
no,
that?
I said
No,
K Money like
you
3
guys
times.
were
Oh,
like
you
saying it, like,
did.
I'm sure he's
Oh,
not.
How
oh.
would I
yeah.
know that beforehand?
I'm so
Money.
sorry. I
He's like Nardwar. He did his research.
Well, you're Blush Boy. I have to know.
Oh my God, dude.
on the 3rd day of December in.
You called K Money for
Well,
the first time.
well,
what do you
look-
have to say about
Look, your name is actually Paul.
that? Oh my God.
Like, where are you hiding? Where have you
But-
been?
I've always been here.
So like, okay. So like about the build up.
Yeah.
The last chorus is like completely different melody.
Yeah, and
Completely
lyrics.
different lyrics. It's like it's not even the same chorus, and it just because it builds to something, and like it needed to go there, so it did. And I think it's like so cool. It's like if you read the lyrics, it's like this breaking point where it's like, just give me a second to breathe. I can't stand it. Or every time you
Right.
every time you speak, or no, just give me. How does it go?
Just
Can I
give
keep-
me
Just
a
a damn
di-
second
to
to breathe.
breathe.
Do you ever think before you speak? Let go of everything. You'll be begging on your knees for me. But for now, whatever you want. We were trying to figure out for a while, like if because at first I was like I resolved up like whatever you want, and then I'm like. I don't really like that. I'm like, whatever you want. I'm like, I like that more because I
Yeah.
feel like it's
The
more.
song don't
it's,
resolve.
It's more inconclusive.
It is.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that kind of tug. More tug. It's like a tug downwards instead of
Dude,
upwards, which I
Yeah.
really was nitpicky about.
That's
but it's pretty good.
back to music theory. Like, it's just so confusing because I feel like I can hear when a song is inconclusive, but I don't know why. Like, what concludes it?
Well,
Do you guys
so-
like know that?
Don't ask me, bro.
There's like, so it's like a. Like if you want to get like, I mean, Gavin like knows. I'm gonna say it in like more simplified terms, but there's like
Yeah.
chords
Ex-
and there's
explain it as if I were a 5th grader.
Yeah, Ken will
He
take
is a
this.
So there's like like
Explain
It's
it,
like-
explain
it's
it
like-
in Fortnite terms.
I mean I can't do that, but like there's in every musical scale like do re mi fa sol la ti do. There's leading tones which is do re mi fa mi,
Yeah,
and then there's
yeah.
ti do.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
so when you take
yeah.
so that like if those don't line up, then it doesn't sound conclusive.
Think of it like if
Okay.
Doe is the battle royale victory, right?
Yeah,
That's that
okay.
victory royale. You
Last
have
note or first note?
what's that? Oh no, I'm talking.
So-
We're talking end of the song, right?
yeah.
You're 25 minutes into this game of Fortnite, right? Fully
Right.
stacked. You got 18 kills, right? None of them
Right.
bots. This is pre-bots Fortnite, right?
Okay.
This is OG. You're season 4 right now, okay? And
my God.
you're deep into this game. 25 minutes and 18
Prime of my
kills.
life.
Yeah. And then it's like right as you're approaching the end of that song, Doe would be the victory royale. So that would be whatever you want. But
that would be dope.
a,
But we go
a dude comes out of a bush, right?
up.
With a gray assault rifle. He's got 9 health left by the time you body this guy,
Yeah.
but he just nails you. Headshot. You're dead. He's got literally 9 health left. You see him sitting. He doesn't even emote. He's sitting there, and you're like, oh my god, this is literally the worst thing that could have happened in this game
Okay.
before, right? That would be
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Is it weird that
okay.
is it weird that I'm more confused now?
No, I get it. I get it.
As long as you listen to our songs, you can be as confused as you want, brother.
But
I get it,
okay,
I
all
get
right, maybe this will work.
Sorry about that. I
Yeah, no,
Dude,
fair
you
enough.
kept going. It was like amazing.
No,
I
dude,
loved it.
it's actually inspiring. I think I might.
I love
try
it.
to
I
play
like-
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
I
Chat,
don't have
clip
a
that
soundboard.
actually.
Clip that.
Oh, that
Oh my
soundbite
God.
is definitely going somewhere.
Chat.
No, something my
That's
professor
definitely
was
somewhere.
telling me was that it's honestly really hard to be musical.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of what you were talking about, right? Those big ups and downs, like maybe starting out with just Gavin and Kenna, like on the ships, or people dropping out. Nobody wants to stop playing. Like, you don't want. You're in a band. Like, you don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah.
But that's why it's hard, because it's like that's what makes the song great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think me not playing adds way more than
Yeah.
me playing in a lot of like,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
like as bass or even drums just coming out completely, and it's just Kenna.
And when
or-
that last
Oh, dude.
chorus, when you hear in the recording, it's that last chorus, the one that completely changes, starts with just Kenna singing and Jake drumming,
Right.
just the two of them together.
and then there's
Which
a
is like-
bass lick, which is awesome. and no, I mean, no, and yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
I mean,
right? I mean,
certainly,
so good.
certainly less is more sometimes, and
Yeah,
it
dude.
definitely shows.
Dude,
it's cool.
yeah, and then we threw like that octaver on it, and then double it with the guitars, and you
Yeah,
listen.
man.
Oh,
Oh,
they
yeah,
really
yeah.
fatten that up.
Yeah.
I,
Oh.
I watched it.
It takes-
like,
You know, part of
meticulously,
the
like,
reason
add
there's
things
only
in there.
5 songs on this EP that took us like a year to record is because of the attention to detail
Yeah,
in the music. that we-
so much attention. Like, I mean, because like we're spending like 5-10 minutes just talking about the last note of one song. It's
Right.
Because like, but like it's
Yeah,
it's literally, but it's like that for every note. Like,
Yeah.
I'm being so for
Really?
real. It's
Yeah.
and like we like,
Every
not
minute of
argue,
it's
but like
intentional.
we debate over these
we
things.
sometimes we yell.
Sometimes-
no.
sometimes
let's
we're
figure
really
it out.
passionate.
Yeah, Kenna started crying one
I
time, not to expose her.
No, literally. I mean, if he's gonna expose me.
No, it was a
because-
meaningful thing. I
No,
really was
because-
inspired.
Because I came up with which we're gonna I guess play later.
We should play that
And
next,
they
yeah.
they kept saying they didn't like how like the lyrics like send it or
Sat,
something
sat,
sat.
yeah.
They didn't like how like they sat, and I'm like, but they said well for me, so why are they like, so it's like but it's because they had a different idea, and they hear things that I don't. So then when they pointed it out, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe
that-
it does. But when
yeah.
you're in the moment and you're so passionate, and
that
when
passion's
you, like, yeah.
important for sure.
Yeah.
And it's what makes great music.
Yeah.
Dude, I've gotten so, and then like just the bridge of whatever you want, where I gavined for literally 4 hours, and
Oh
I
my
just
God.
like tried to like that was
Channeled
hell.
his
Like,
inner-
that was
I
that was
wish-
bad. That was a bad.
I feel like we need to do some breakdowns just because like just for ourselves, just to like go
To
back and see what's in
remember
these
what we did.
these tracks and stuff. But that bridge, in the recording, it's just Gavin and Kenna for just the beginning of it, and the tone of Gavin's guitar has like at least 14 different effects on it between his whole pedal board and like the plugins afterward, just side chaining different things. So like as he plays another note, it builds in more in this like whole like 3D atmospheric type thing with the like delays, and there's this great plugin called
I'm excited.
Brower Motion. It's like
Brower.
yeah, but this mixer Michael H.
Brower.
Brower, he's like the best mixer of all time. Yeah,
That's up, Brower. Rest
Y'all
in
don't
peace.
y'all don't know.
he's
No,
totally
Brower.
alive.
Wait,
He's
wait,
alive.
They don't know about because we're the same year.
Yeah.
Wait, do you know about Brown?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
around when I was a freshman.
I know, but I don't think they're hip to Brown.
I know
It's
what
the dining hall,
Brower
right?
Dude, I
is.
do not
All
go
right.
to
I
Rutgers.
love
Never mind. I'm
Brower.
gonna hear
Are
this.
you guys juniors or seniors?
I'm a junior.
Okay. What are you?
Junior.
Okay. Yeah. They've been Brower.
I
They've
saw
been
that.
Yeah,
proud.
Brower.
Brower.
They've
We
been
proud.
That place
Yeah.
sucks.
Talk
We
about
done
Brower
Brower.
I
for-
could
Hold
be.
on, wait.
I couldn't be more confused right
No,
now.
don't even wear your pretty little head. Luke.
Rutgers.
It's all right.
Alright.
It's part of Rutgers
Alright.
lore.
Yo, wait. So one thing, real quick, before we do something else. Sorry. Gavin once told me I like because Gavin and I got like became like good friends when we both played guitar for this pit called Rock of Ages. and
Tell the
that-
whole story.
That was yeah. Wait, what?
Tell
Yeah,
the whole story.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So whatever. We were talking. We were getting close, and I asked him about his compositions, and he told me that this is before we even talked about being in a band together.
Mhm.
And he told me that he wants to have a reason for every single note that he puts on the paper, and that he has someone else play because that's his goal as a composition person. A compose fuck.
The one thing I was thinking about like acoustic sets, especially doing like overnight sensations, is like the one thing I regret, like, because we had Kira Camille on last time we did an acoustic set, is whenever bands are on, I love to like just drool over like the guitars that they have, because like
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think you have like a flying V, right?
Yeah.
I've been looking at your guitar. It's like
I
it's
saw
really,
that.
really
Oh,
cool.
this one's Kenna's. This is Kenna's D'Angelico.
That is my guitar.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And if you look at the Candy Hearts music video, both of the guitars in it are mine because Gavin wanted.
Okay.
I won't let him live it down. Every time Gavin likes to play my guitar, someone borrows my Strat. I'm
Okay,
like,
the
I'm like,
reason-
you like it, don't you?
Okay. All right. I like my guitars better. Let me
Ooh.
set the record straight.
No, I know. It's your guitar.
Okay,
you know,
but
you grew up
so
with it.
yeah. Yes. Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
we needed a white fretboard. We'll move on. From
Yeah.
this.
No. Or the
Oh,
white.
boy.
So for the music video, if
Yeah.
you guys haven't seen the music video,
It's projection based.
our good friend Diego, who's like, genius. He
Shout out
he
to
got like a
Diego.
movie
Shout out
projector
Diego.
and projected like these animations and like videos of like kind of speaking the lyrics and stuff like that, and projected it onto us. And we were wearing white shirts. The drum kit was white, and we used both of Luke's guitars because they both had white pick guards. So it would like project onto everything in the shot really
awesome.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do have a flying V, and he has like a dope telly and a cool Les Paul and stuff. But
Guitars too,
What's
man.
your favorite guitar to play that you have?
it depends. Okay, you can't ask me
Like
that.
for a
come
gig,
on.
like if you're like, dream with me for a second. You're opening for like I
I'm
don't know.
dreaming.
You're opening for like the Beatles.
I'm
or, like,
playing my
Red Hot
flying
Chili
V.
Peppers.
Actually,
Yeah,
I have
back from
a
the
guitar.
Yeah, this is your fault, Jake.
the
You brought it up.
Ah,
The flying
stop.
V was actually my first guitar when I was like literally just turned
That's a
12.
Dope first guitar.
Well,
to get.
here's the thing.
12?
When my mom took me to a guitar store, I didn't own a guitar, but I needed a guitar to audition for the show that I met Gavin in, right? So and I was like, she was like, you could pick out your favorite guitar in the whole store, and you can take it to the audition, and if you don't get cast in the show, you have to return it tomorrow.
Ooh,
And so I was like,
that's cool.
I was like, wow, what? But she was, I don't know. She was like, I just had a feeling. I was like, but yeah. So then I got to keep the guitar, and then I met
Oh.
Gavin. I got Gavin out of it too, which is arguably better. But and
To
honestly,
keep
I,
giving.
all of the most important people in my life are from this show. I will stand by that. My beautiful girlfriend Ruthie, who's right over there, she was also in the show with Gavin and I.
you
Represent.
guys keep saying stuff that's like so sweet, and I'm just like, ugh.
It's making me blush, boy.
Oh!
Get out, dude. Scram.
He's wearing a pink
Anyways.
shirt. He came
Yeah.
prepared.
That's
Oh,
true. You
true.
did. You did.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
I've been wearing this all day.
Yeah, we actually did a lot of research. I knew Sesame Street would come up.
Yeah, I knew
About
Pink would come up.
Yeah, but
You guys want to play another song?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I just
not,
like.
one
Wait, Jake, was
more,
that what you were about to
Oh,
say?
you got one more, or
We
did
have-
you only get
we
one
have
more?
black
Yeah, I think
coffee.
We could keep talking for a
Let's
little
keep
while
talking.
longer.
was
I
gonna-
wanted to ask because we've asked all our other bands, how has like the Basement Show scene or culture affected how you guys play?
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think about the current scene? I want to hear all of your thoughts.
So okay, so as someone who's very involved in the scene, I would say that it's definitely like a stepping stone for us because we kind of just got on. We just came here. We just got here. Like don't get me wrong. I've laid like a good amount of groundwork for us, like in terms of like I have a lot of connections.
Yeah,
Right? I mean,
yeah,
I-
because
I-
you've been playing for like longer than this
Sure.
band's been around. and
Yeah,
stuff,
of course. I mean, and also, I mean, I just know a lot of the people who are like running it. You know,
Mhm,
like the houses that we really want to play at or should be playing at.
Yeah.
Like Sunday
yeah,
school.
Yeah, like Sunday school.
What is
yeah.
Sunday school?
Yeah, I heard it's a chill place.
Bunch of cool cats doing cool things.
Yeah, I hear that one's bad.
For context, Sid is the owner and operator, one of them of Gallery 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Shout out.
That's might be why we play there a bunch.
Shout out
but-
Gallery 33.
Oh yeah.
So we
Shout
love
out.
it. We rehearse on that basement all the time. We've gotten bit by so many mosquitoes down there.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, but no. The scene is thriving at Rutgers.
Yeah.
Realistically,
I have
mean,
something to attest to how much the scene is thriving. This is quick, but 2 weeks ago. So I go to NYU, and it's like the scene there is very much more like you put on a show at the Mercury Lounge or like a Bowery Electric or like Berlin Under 8. You get your friends to come and pay $15 for a ticket with their fake ID and come in and stuff. And there's maybe 30 people you can convince to come to your show and stuff. And it's very like it's also like super cutthroat with all the like Clive Davis kids and everything. And it's very
nobody
like
dances.
right. No one
I hate
dances.
that.
That's the
I
thing.
hate that.
It's like
Oh my God.
people are half there to hear music, half there to compare your music to their music, and it's very like no, I'm serious. It's like kind of low key toxic, but also like very much incubating very good talent and stuff. But I love it. I mean, I'm here almost every weekend just because of the band and stuff, but also like we threw a show with one of the bands that I'm close with in New York, and I just knew this would happen. But I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna hype it up. I'm just gonna bring them here and let them see like what it's like going to like the basement shows in New Brunswick. We played 2 shows that night because we like filled in last minute at the Mudhouse.
Mudhouse
And
and the gallery.
They're literally on the way home, like the one guy from the band who I'm like super close. He comes up, he's like, this is mind blowing. If you got this many people to come out and like know your songs and know your band to the Mercury Lounge to let you play the Bowery Ballroom like tomorrow, and I'm like, yeah, but it's like it's not about that. People just want to come
Yeah.
out and hear music, and like the scene is so thriving
And
here.
it's so cool. It's honestly cool because I love it because people come out and have a good time, and they're like people that are like famous within the scene, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I've talked about this with like definitely Public Access and Crown Euphoria. Pat, shout out Pat,
Shout
if you're
out
listening.
Pat. Shout out
And
Crown.
One of
shout
his
out
main
Public
things is
Access.
like he wants things to be band centric and like that's how it should be, not like basement show centric where it's like about the show house. It should be about the bands 1st, you know.
Mhm.
And that's why I love the show too, because it's all about the bands with this show,
Yeah.
and we really hone in on the bands, and we talk to you guys, and we find out who you guys are, and we listen to your music, and it's all about you guys. And I think that's what it should be like, and that's really cool when we have the ability to make that happen with basement shows in the scene, and that's cool.
I think like basement show venues that have like a house band is also a little indicative of it more being for the music.
Yeah,
because,
for sure. I mean, we
like,
don't have
Clown
that,
House-
but
Yes,
Yeah.
Sunday School is like the one that like the only one without a house band that I think cares about, or no, the only one that cares about
Yeah.
music that doesn't have a house band.
Do
yeah.
people think that are we the Gallery 33 house band?
I think so. Yeah.
I guess
yeah.
I don't know. We
It's
have
not even
we
because
have
you guys
some
play there all
bands.
the
We have
time,
some
I
bands
was
I
that
live there.
we have some
Yeah,
bands that have
yeah.
played a couple times. Like we try to avoid like a bunch of repeats.
Yeah.
But there are some bands that have definitely snuck their way in. Like Daddy's Closet's played a few times.
yeah.
Huh, I
Here in the
wonder why.
Chameleons.
But
yeah.
like Clown House has Necto.
Yeah.
Gallery 33's got what are they called again?
I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, word. I get it.
Lush Boy.
There's some other
I
ones.
think
I
I'm
don't know.
missing some.
There
but-
are definitely some good ones, and
Sword in the Stone Street.
yeah, that's
What
a
are
good
they- what
one.
are they-
I
do they
forget their
want-
band's name. They're
Yeah.
really nice
I-
people.
They're great people, yeah.
I really hope like next year that because I know a lot of the houses are kind of like leaving. What's Gallery doing? Are you guys
I'm
be around?
gonna be around. Yeah.
Hopefully
'cause I'm
Sunday
taking a
School will be around.
Yeah.
That's dope.
We're working to find a place,
The
but
Crypt?
And then
It's
you
had
mean
like 5 house bands, I think, because Josh was just in like 20
Josh is in
bands.
so many bands, but a lot of like Mudhouse is going away. The Patio, I don't know if they're staying or
No, really?
not.
Mudhouse is going away. Dang.
Clown House is going away,
Dang. Yeah, I knew that. I
Um,
knew that. Those are my boys.
and I don't know. It's gonna be weird. I'm hoping some new places start up. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
I mean, listen, great Gallery's been doing really well, and we've
Yeah.
been able
you
to.
guys
Yeah.
had great shows.
We've
I
been
love
able to
that
really-
jazz night.
Oh,
we
dude, that
want
was
to
Yeah,
cool.
no, that was dope.
we want to
Yeah,
copy
I was-
your idea.
Yeah, you should. Please do. I mean, like,
because
listen. I
it's
mean,
fun.
listen. There hasn't been a successful jazz night since I was at Rutgers until
Yeah.
that one that I was at, and I've been to most of them because I'm like, those are my friends
Yeah,
that are
you're
playing.
aligned
like,
with
Davy
that
Jones
stuff.
used to throw a lot.
yeah, but they
Yes.
weren't like amazing jazz nights.
We love
no disrespect to Frankie and like all like I mean they but whenever it was like actual jazz, like I don't know, like it's really hard to get people to come for that sometimes,
Yeah.
especially in this scene.
Yeah.
We
But I
love
hear what you're saying.
Rugburn. They're fun. So much.
Oh my
fun.
God,
I
Rugburn.
love
Yeah.
Rugburn.
Baddest cats on the
Ruggy
scene.
Bird.
But they're
Ruggy
but they're
Burn,
hard
baby.
to they're hard to pin down. You know.
Dude,
They're
Because
so-
they're working.
They're always so
They're
busy.
working, dude.
They are grind. They
They
grind
are
a lot.
awesome. Love
They're dope.
Rugburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so much fun. to
Floor
listen to.
sauce.
Talk about a good bassist.
Oh, dude, Ian
Oh,
Young,
yeah.
dude. I asked. I
Yeah.
I got like a mini lesson from him.
He's the
Oh, dude, he's killing.
Rugburn, I guess, is kind of the band that like at least made me want to be in the basement show scene because I
That's
went.
cool.
They were my second show that I saw, but like definitely like one of my favorite of all times because they were
Mhm.
playing at Davy Jones, and I just remember this guy named Matt Renzo outside like grilling cheeseburgers.
I was there.
Yeah, Kenna was
I
there. Yeah, actually, I have a picture of it, like of me and Kenna at that show, and like me like dancing, eating my cheeseburger, listening to like Frankie ripping on the keys and Carter on sax, and just
Did you guys know about like the basement show scene before you came to Rutgers? Was
Absolutely
that
not.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, no.
It's interesting. I didn't know about it either. I was just wondering,
Um,
because there are definitely some people that have been coming to shows since like they're in high school, and that's like one of the reasons they come to Rutgers. And it's like
Yeah.
it's interesting.
You want to know something crazy? I have 2 older siblings that went to Rutgers.
Yeah.
Never heard a thing about
Well,
it.
that's the other thing. Rutgers is so big that you can never go to
Yeah,
a
you
basement
could
show
like
here.
never
You
interact.
can
with
never
a
have
basement
heard of
show.
a basement show. But it's such like a big thing here, and it's cool, and I love it.
Yeah, it's
And-
awesome.
And I hope it like spreds to other places because like I know Rowan has some
I
like
was about to
basement
say
show
Rowan.
houses too. Because our drummer Jake, he he goes to Rowan
Mhm.
because me and
Oh,
him
okay.
we live like 5 minutes from Rowan.
Word.
Yeah.
And so I mean like I don't know if he's actually gonna do this, but I think he was talking about like trying to like start a house there.
Well, what I've heard is that Rowan had a big scene, and then it got shut down. Kind of, it got really busted by a lot of the cops.
Wait,
I don't know.
Jake.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like
Jake,
hard to throw now.
Grab
Yeah,
Jake.
that's what I've heard. I'm not
Yeah.
sure all the details.
Jake, can you give us some insight on Rowan?
Oh yeah, no, okay. So Rowan, about my freshman year, and then my sophomore year in the fall, used to be like literally the same amount of houses as Rutgers.
Yeah.
That you'd like, we'd have probably about like at least like 12 houses, and then there's like the Rowan Alternative Club, which like basically is like the big host. They still run now, but
No
like
doubt.
when I was a freshman and like when I was a sophomore, you'd get around, a show a weekend, maybe like 3 shows a weekend.
Wow.
Like 200 people at each kind of show, and then all of a sudden last semester, every single show was getting like shut down before they even threw.
That's what
just so-
Josh Cody was telling me, and that's interesting.
So jive, man.
And I hope.
Is he from that?
Don't
area?
they want music?
No,
Like
but I think he knows people down there.
Yeah, I know. Logan used to play a lot of like when he was in high school, like 13. Like, he'd be-
Yeah.
he'd be
It's
playing down there.
it's sad, and I really hope that doesn't happen here. But
Yeah,
I don't think it will.
it makes me so sad when like music just gets shut down. It's like it's such a good thing. Like I was earlier today, like so since I'm a composition major, like I have to do projects and attend to school occasionally, But so I have to like work on this one like solo violin piece, for one of my classes, and I'm collaborating with this like other violinist that goes to Mason Gross, and there's a staircase in Beck Hall on Livingston. It is the most ethereal, holy sounding place I've ever. You know what I'm talking about? That staircase?
Yes.
Oh my God! Thank
Yes,
you. Finally,
man.
somebody knows. I've been
I
going to
have-
Luke. I was like, I keep telling him like
I
we
had
gotta
a
record
chem
stuff
lab
there.
there, and I would be like whistling, and I'd be like,
Yes, I do the
I would
whistling
stop
too.
for a second, like, whoa.
Yes, yes. So,
No, that's
dude,
dope.
okay, so I had
That's a pull. That's a pull and a half. I haven't
Dude.
been in that building since like freshman year.
dude, yeah, like I love that place, and like so I'm really inspired by it, and I want to write a solo violin piece that's like designed to be only performed in the Beck Hall staircase.
Oh, that's
Because
tough.
it's just gonna be
That's
so
dope.
so cool. And so me and this violinist, we go there this morning to like the staircase to like just like play in the space, get an idea of like what sounds cool, like what techniques we want to like put in it. And like the facilities person like comes in and kicks us out. And I'm
Oh,
like,
what?
Come on.
I'm like, bro, we're playing a violin, or something like that. I mean, arguably, like people use this as like study music. It's like academic, and it's like it's in the staircase. It's away from all the classrooms, and I'm like, this is not doing like any harm. It just and
why do people like to shut down
It's the
music
man
of all
coming to
things?
shut. You
it
guys-
is the man.
We gotta stick it to the man, Gavin, right?
maniosis.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Gavin.
Yeah. Ruthie's shaking her head in the back.
School of Rock over here.
Oh God, what is this? What is happening?
School of Rock.
What's happening?
Baby, we was making straight A's. That we was stuck in a dumb days. Didn't take much to memorize your lines. I feel like I've been hypnotized. And then the magic man, he come to town. Woo, he done spun my head around. He said recess is in session, 2 and 2 make 5. Now, baby, now I'm alive. I'm alive. And if you wanna be the teacher's pet, baby, you just better forget it. I got no reason, I got no rhyme. You better get me to school on time.
We gotta have.
It's the second verse. Ruthie, pick up my mic. You got this. Oh, shoot. Something. Today's assignment for the class.
No, we can't say that. We can't say
Stop
that.
you right there.
Okay, my bad.
That was unrehearsed.
Yeah, we just had
That
to
was
go
awesome.
into it.
I
It's-
love School of Rock so
What
much.
just happened?
School of
Oh, I
Rock.
think you missed this conversation
I don't
earlier.
even know.
No. I
I
was.
think
there-
School
I
of Rock
just
is the
didn't
movie.
expect that at all.
So I'm a big like cinema head or whatever, and I've seen a lot of movies, but School of Rock's the movie I've seen like more than any other movie ever.
Yeah, it's
So for whatever reason.
it's definitely a classic. I'm gonna expose Gavin here. Gavin was in the original Broadway company of School of Rock.
Oh,
the
yeah.
musical
I'm
on
gonna
Broadway.
expose Luke here. Luke was as well. It's like, what was
I
that?
was actually not in the original company.
Oh, okay.
Like, Gavin-
they were
Gavin
both
was there.
still on Broadway
Okay,
as
all right,
child
all right,
actors
all right.
and played that song every night. That
So
they
it's like
played.
ingrained in our brain. I haven't played that in like
That's
6 years.
crazy.
So
What were you guys' roles?
did you know something funny? This is also kind of something we talked about when we wanted to start this band, because we were both swings, which on Broadway, when you are a swing, you understudy like we each understudied 4 to 5 roles.
Yeah, I did 5 roles.
5
What
roles.
does that mean? A swing?
So it's like an understudy, but for multiple roles. So like,
Okay.
we like, yeah, not got that like,
No.
you know, but like, you know,
Okay. So okay.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And so we were both swings, and we both understudied the guitarist who is one of the best guitarists in the
Zach
entire
Mooneyham?
world. I mean, the kid who at the time, I mean, he was literally a child prodigy already. At like 11 years old, he was like on the Ellen Show and stuff. He was insane. But
What?
Gavin and I were both his understudy, and so it's like, you know, it's big shoes to fill, because he would go to play a set with the Allman Brothers, and we'd be like, all right, now we got to fill in on this Friday night in this packed Broadway theater, and everyone's expecting to see him.
That's
you know what I mean?
crazy and that's awesome.
The Allman Brothers at 11?
I don't know. I mean, you name it. He's
No, that's just
Stones,
insane.
literally.
It's a true story.
It's true.
What?
Yeah, he's a legend. But anyway, but Gavin and I were both swings, and so, you know, like,
How did that even come up? That song? I forget.
Because
because he said you got to stick it to the man, and there's a
Yes.
whole thing in that show. It's like,
Yeah,
They
we
already-
can't play another- we
They
can't-
already
I've
heard
never
it. They
even-
already heard.
I've never even heard the musical. I just know the song. I just know that movie. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
goated.
but anyway, I mentioned Gavin was in the original company because Jack Black came on opening night, and Gavin was christened into the world of rock.
Jablinski.
Yeah, it was Jablinski.
Jablinski.
But I mean, personally, I think we were just itching to play, and so
We
we,
were.
like
We were.
we broke out into that. So I mean, we should probably play like the last song on
Yeah,
our EP.
go ahead. Then we can
Yeah,
talk
we
about
should.
it.
We should.
And then we
should.
could talk about that one for
Indubitably.
What's
the
this one
rest of
called?
the time.
This
This
is
is
called
Black.
Black Coffee.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the one
Yeah.
we've been.
This is the last one we
we've been waiting
wrote.
for.
This is the last one we wrote.
This one might be interesting on acoustic guitar.
It's gonna-
It's our heaviest one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's hard.
Is it?
yeah.
Oh my! And the drum shuffle groove
Yeah,
that
it
Jake
is.
plays, it's
Yeah,
like
it is.
it's like half swung, half not. But I guess in
It's
10
swung.
minutes you'll be able to hear it on Spotify. So
No, wait, is it?
10 minutes, guys.
Damn, I never really thought. Sorry. Okay.
I'm
Yeah. Oh shoot! me up and spit me out, lift me up and break me down. Oh no, not again. I can send 100 texts, still black coffee keeps me stressed. Oh please, not again. I'm just trying to.
So I wonder if all I'm doing is not lost cause fix me by singing it easily. Cause all I want is just something more than this. Mobilized by my own fear, tell me that's just life, my dear. Oh no, no fair. Fall fine and nice like bricks they struck, built up a wall with the ones that stuck. Oh please, spare me. Sure, I can lock it up and stay uptight, make it everyone else's problem. The battle is all mine to choose, yet I'm still running in circles. My fingernails are bitten, my posture's caving in. Still all I want is this.
I'm just trying to.
So I wonder if all I'm doing is not lost cause fix me by singing it easily. Oh, and please, there's something more than this.
I never wanted any more than this. I never wanted any more than this. I never wanted any more than this. I never wanted any more than.
Awesome.
The PLB sparkle
Yeah.
in
Now,
full effect.
now you learned.
I've learned. I've learned.
Yeah, I don't. that was definitely. You're gonna hear that and be like, "Oh, that's what they were playing."
Yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah,
I
no.
still love
I
that.
really like that.
That was
though.
great.
I thought that was great on acoustic.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna think it's amazing on the
Oh
recording. I mean,
my
like,
gosh.
I mean,
I'm excited.
Yeah,
6 minutes and 19, 18, 17 seconds.
Why you counting the
Very
seconds,
cool.
man?
Because
Who
I'm
wants to-
excited. I'm hyped.
I- very
I
excited.
thought counting the seconds till we leave.
Oh,
I was-
no,
Oh, he's like only 16 minutes or
Yeah, only 16
6
minutes
mi-
until
six-
I don't have to.
these guys can
Talk
get
to
out
us
of here.
about that song and inspirations and how you guys wrote it or whatever.
Kenny, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, so when Gavin made like the chords and like the skeleton of the song
Mhm.
and brought it to us, we were just so stumped for like a long time what to add lyrically because it's such an involved song. Like there's so much going on. We performed as an instrumental for like a couple of shows and
Yeah.
we couldn't
We couldn't figure it out.
we just couldn't figure it out. No. But then like over the summer, like I think Luke sent like a voice memo of like these intertwining like melodies which you hear in the chorus. So it's not like there's one distinct melody line. It's a bunch of vocals intertwining. But we knew that we wanted the lyrics to be like erratic and like jittery because the song like is supposed to be about like anxiety and like
Yeah.
dealing with that.
Yeah, it's
anxiousness.
anxiety for sure.
So when we wrote the lyrics, I'm like this is like easy for me to tap into when writing the lyrics for this. But yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so the name Black Coffee originally came from actually the whole song when I first conceived the idea, I was at Luke's house and we were just jamming and
yeah, it was a napkin.
it
demo.
was a napkin demo, but
Right.
the whole thing was like it just kind of improvised. Like
Yeah,
it
totally-
started
totally
with the
improvised.
first riff, and then it was just like me on guitar and him on drums, and we were just like trying to respond to each other of like what he was playing versus what I was playing. So if you listen to the song, like both the guitar and the drum part are like very dynamic, and there's like at the end of each section you can kind of hear like little indicators like telling one another like, oh, we're going into this new section now,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
trying to improvise a song on the spot, it's like we had to like communicate somehow and like indicate like, all right, now we're going to the pre-chorus, now we're going to the chorus.
Yeah.
And so the whole song was improvised and it was super involved. And this is a prime example of like me gavining, just like because I like that. I didn't want to give up on the song. We liked the song, but it was like I kind of just was a little too stubborn. But it's called Black Coffee because like that day, like I was literally just drinking a cup of black coffee.
When you save and close a session, you have to name it in
Yeah.
order to. And so I was like, "What are we gonna call this?" And my sister was actually in the room because we had just showed it to her. We were like, "Listen to what we cooked up," and she was like, "Well, just look at something in the room." And Gavin's like on the desk sitting there. It was like a cold cup of black coffee that he had made himself. Like he's like, "I want to stay up. We need to make this." And so we like black coffee, and then we made it make sense. Like it
Well,
starts at like that whole
yeah.
like thing about like anxiety,
I was
like
gonna say
you
that
know.
like jitteriness and that like
Yeah.
anxiety. That's kind of
Coffee makes me so anxious.
Distilled black
Makes
coffee
so much
keeps me
sense for me.
stressed.
it does. It does.
Yeah, and then but it's like also this resolve. It's like dealing with it, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's like there's that main line that's like your inner thoughts, and then it's like that like, am I happy? Am I not? I can't tell because I'm just anxious, and then it builds, and then there's like the like Kenna's like monologue-y like bridge, and then at the end it ends with like, but I never wanted any more than this, chanted with like all of us, because it's like at the end of the day, it's like I might feel anxious like this, but you know what? I'm still gonna keep keeping on.
Yeah.
And I feel like it could be different for different people because
Yeah.
I always heard that like line at the end, like you being potentially anxious about a relationship or a career or your life. I mean, it could. I mean, I guess that's the beauty in this like
Yeah.
song. It's like it means like a plethora of different things.
Oh,
and
yeah.
depending on how you're feeling on the day and like what you are going through, it can speak to you differently. And I think that's the greatest thing about the best type of art.
Yeah, no, and I totally agree, and that's awesome, and I'm excited to listen to this EP coming out in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 6 seconds.
What else do you guys got going on? You have a EP release party or,
Yeah.
or show or
Show at
whatever?
the Cutting Room tomorrow in New York City, with Ava Del Pietro, another one from School of Rock, because everyone was in School of Rock. That's how
Shout
all we
out.
know all of
Shout out School Rock. Shout out Jack Black.
And then we're playing at Rowan Emo Night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, first.
Ooh.
And then we have an NYU Battle of the Bands.
We have NYU Battle of the Bands next Tuesday, and then
Yeah.
we're working on our concept album, and no one's gonna hear from us for 6 months. And
Right,
Yeah,
I think we're gonna hibernate a little. I think
We are.
hopefully we're gonna go into the mountains and
Oh,
just
yeah.
like make a bunch of napkin. You can come.
Yeah, we've been
What
just
about
been
Yeah.
craving like the blush time because
Yeah.
we've just been running around like playing
Yeah.
gigs and just like trying to promote stuff and
Oh my god.
like
Yeah.
we just want to have those days where we play tennis and write music again.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
awesome.
yeah,
Shout out
never wanted
tennis, man.
anything more than this. I mean,
It's true. It's true.
you know, it's weird. It's like you gotta have like there's music, then there's the business, and like we've been all business. I feel like,
And we want to get back to music.
yeah. I mean,
That's that's awesome.
it's hard to balance.
Well,
Word.
thank you for having us, by the way.
No, thank you guys for coming. I mean, this has been a great show.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
I'm excited to listen to your stuff.
Yeah, we can run a little bit over.
Oh, word.
Just to show,
Oh,
yeah.
dope.
You guys aren't.
Heartstrings
like,
and
you guys-
other
you guys
things.
aren't
by the
going
way.
You guys can
anywhere.
stay. You guys can stay as long
Well,
as
then
you
we're
want
staying
to.
here
but I did want to.
all
I did
night.
want this one to be a little longer so we can officially ring in the Blush
Oh.
Boy EP.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, can you play it on air or
Not
no?
like right now.
Oh, okay.
We
But
have the
yeah, we've
techno-
got-
we don't
we've
have the
got
technology
About
for
20
that.
seconds. One thing I will say, this whole night, I think I have every song stuck in my head right now.
That's
like-
fire.
Like
So
all the
true.
melodies are so catchy. Like
Nice.
definitely when I listen to you guys' songs more, I will absorb the lyrics. But right now, all I'm thinking of is like dun, 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 dun. More than
I
that.
don't
know
I
which
don't
one
even
that
remember the
one is.
lyrics. but, like,
Midnight.
it's just good. Oh, it's midnight.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Now I have to check. Now I have to
Look,
check.
I
Oh,
got
it's
it.
up with the right art.
Oh my god.
Wow, this is a tremendous
All
moment.
right,
Nice,
you
everyone.
see
Tremendous.
it?
Everyone pull out their
Oh,
phones and
Let me
start
ask,
streaming.
are these re-recordings or like the same record grouped into the EP?
Same recording
Of-
script in you.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Dope,
Yeah, the
dope,
two new ones.
Something
Awesome.
about that waterfall release and like
Heck
yeah, yeah,
good
yeah.
for
Right.
promotion.
Well, yeah,
Cover
yeah.
looks so pretty.
We have a fancy distributor we're very lucky to have, and they recommend how we do our releases and stuff, and that's like yeah,
That's cool.
that's the businessy stuff we've been doing for the past few months.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm off to the God mic.
Rose going to God, Mike.
Please
Oh my
start
God.
streaming. Like even if you're not actually listening, just turn off the volume. And
Just-
I'm talking to you.
Jake, play that out there.
Just leave it on. Leave it on repeat.
Oh my, this is so
Big
cool,
fan.
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, this is so,
Wow.
this is
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
lit. This
Check
is
it out.
lit. Oh wait, it came up because I follow Blush Boy. That means
The EP is called Heartstrings and Other Things. Check it out right now on Spotify, Apple Music, on everything, right? Probably.
That's so cool. Like
Yeah.
you like finally put the phone up and then you just see the big album art with like the
wow,
There
and
you
it
go,
looks just
guys.
like
so-
art looks
It's so
amazing.
pretty.
Wow.
Oh my
We
Anyways, all right. Well, thank
We're
you
looking at
guys
the
for
EP.
coming.
Yeah.
This is
Thank you.
88.7 WRSU FM, New Brunswick, Rutgers College Radio. This is Overnight Sensations with Blush Boy.
Woo!
Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight, and it was a blast having you guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Happy listening,
Thank
cats.
you.
Good night, everyone.